All right, people, another week, another episode. Set the Circle podcast. Will be episode 31.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm John.
T. Dad's back in the building.
Isaac. Unlike Keith.
How's everyone doing?
Good. Yeah, good.
Yeah, all good.
Just want this international break to be over.
I know it's boring, isn't it?
Back to the real deal.
Yeah, it's true. It's so boring. Man are chatting rubbish in the group and that, bro. It's mad. Man are coming up saying stuff. It's funny, I got a DM before on the way here. Why is my club always the subject of the conversation? Blah, blah, blah. Obviously, it's a Man United fan, innit? I'm going to reply to often because your club's dead in it, but you can hear it now on the mic. But obviously, you know, big club. Lots of us in London have friends who are Man United fans for some strange reason. So when they're going through their things, it's going to be our talk. When it was us, it was the same, right? So that's what it is. All right, let's start with the lovely international break. Just a few games to touch on. England, Australia. It was a slightly dire affair. Every England squad, there's always some talk who's there, who isn't there, etc. And we all knew he was going to probably pick, not a second string, it's England, but he's going to give some people some run-outs. I think my curse has continued because Ollie Watkins scored. So I'm going to stop not rating players and just leave them alone. Did anyone watch this game? I'm not going to lie, it was boring. I switched off.
Yeah, I caught the first half, then didn't really follow up interest in the
Did
second
you?
half.
Did you catch any of it, Isaac?
No,
great,
I caught it, as you say, it was just an exercise, really.
Mm-hmm.
You put some players out there. Nothing riding on the game. It was, I think, to be fair, the scoreline flattered England, really. Australia had a few chances, so I don't think anyone sort of staked a claim as such.
Yeah. But it's interesting, as fans, we talk like this about the game, but sometimes I watch some of the content after that you see stuff like, obviously it was Nketiah's first cap. They do a little presentation for him, give him his first cap, it meant a lot to him. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, for some people, these games still mean quite a bit. I think it was Colwell's debut as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Chelsea player. So it's the start of some people's England journey. Whether we think they'll hang around, it's only last week I said you should go and play at West Ham. But whether they hang around or not, it's still, the England game still holds some importance for some people and their families and all of that stuff. But Australia, not a great team at the moment. We should be dealing with them at home. One in the friendly, people should be showing out. Was there anyone stand out?
Is it the England team? To Daz's point, it wasn't a great. And to your point, it wasn't a great team that was fielded. A lot of them have never played with each other, so they're used to certain styles within their clubs. To then come to the England team, all right, you've had a small few days training, but again, unless Gareth Southgate is imposing a certain style on the team, a lot of them are just going to go out there and do what they do.
And you might not play again for 3 months.
Exactly, right? So...
Because let me ask you a good question. He said, do you think it affects the mentality? Because, no matter what, listen, unless you go out there and do a Theo Walcott or score a hat-trick, and even then, the next game, you're not playing. Most of these men know they could pull up all the trees. They know they're playing. Do you think that affects the mentality?
Yeah, of course it does.
Yeah, I think it does.
You're gonna go out there and you're gonna chase. You're gonna chase those balls. You're gonna try and play the $1 million pass.
Yeah.
Like Watkins when he went through and missed that chance. On a normal day for Aston Villa, would he have thought to do something?
Relaxed.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it definitely does affect their mentality.
Yeah, and if those that started on Friday, you'd say maybe Grealish, Maddison might start against Italy.
Yeah, I don't even know if Maddison starts.
Yeah, maybe Henderson because he's got a little affinity for Henderson.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
But outside those three, like the rest haven't really got a sniff unless an injury occurs, have they?
I think it says a lot to the quality of the first team that we're talking like this, that there's hardly any spaces up for grabs in that team. Like, if you look at it, there's like, who would you say is weak or weakened at the moment in the England team, in the starting 11?
Does Calvin Phillips start for England?
Who say?
Calvin Phillips.
It depends on what formation he goes with.
Okay.
If he goes with the two holders, then he will.
So that's one for you. Does Maguire start?
Yeah.
Of course
He shouldn't, but he will.
So that's two. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
two.
2 spots.
That's it though.
Yeah, that's
I think
about it.
up
That's what we're
front-
saying. 2
I
spots.
think up front you got
Kane.
obviously Harry. That's
He's not.
locked in.
He's settled.
Yeah,
The
I hear
wingers.
you.
Who are you gonna? The wingers are kind of in the
Okay, but
fullbacks.
how did Saka break in then?
Good
'Cause
question.
it's
They
like
started
he-
him.
it's
They
like
started
he
him
come
at
in-
left back.
Yeah, he started covering at left back because
He was
wasn't sure
covering
having
at
a
left back.
madness.
Yeah, because it was
Left
at a
wing
point
back. Yeah.
where we had injuries at left back and we had no one. So they put Saka there because he was playing there for Arsenal.
Because it seems like he just went into the England team and hasn't
No,
come
no,
out
no.
since.
He
That's a
was
really
at
good
left
question,
back, and then I can't remember whether it
Arsenal
was.
started.
I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was kind of two things happening at once, right?
Mm.
I think he was impressing at training where they were like, hold on, actually, he could play further forward. And then, coincidentally, Arsenal started playing him further forward. And then you're right, he went in the team at right wing and never came out.
Yeah.
Because players like Lingard would have been occupying that space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's a good question you asked because as much as I'm dissing Southgate now, one of the things I liked about him initially was he stuck by people like Sterling. He gave Saka his chance, and when he came in the team, he stayed in the team, etc. But it just seems like he's dashed all of that out the window in the last 18 months.
I think that was Sancho's position where Saka
Yeah,
took. Yeah,
that's what I was just
I
about
think
to
it was.
say. Everyone was crying out.
Yeah, it was Sancho.
Yeah.
Sancho was going to
Playing,
be the
innit?
person there on the right hand side.
Or can we say he was right then?
Yeah. He was right on Saka. He was right on Sterling. Sterling did well for him in tournaments.
Yeah.
But isn't that a lot of pressure comes from the outside? Like, I think a lot of the players who have played for England of late, they've had pressure to be picked. So you look at your Madisons, you look at your Sanchos, your Grealish. Like, there's a massive clamour around Grealish. Even Rice at one point was like, do you trust him? Like, do you play him? Now he's kind of one of your first team.
Okay, so what are you saying?
11.
Are you saying that he hasn't really picked anyone and we thought, why are you picking him and they've done well? There hasn't been that much foresight. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think there has been.
Yeah, okay, fair.
They're the odd inclusion now. So, like, Dunk's in the squad now.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't really have thought that. But he's playing well enough.
Yeah,
in the team,
he
like,
was probably one of the best of
Fair
it, actually, to be fair.
So,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's interesting. And I think we know this with international football, right? I think some nations, they don't care. I mean, Italy under Mancini, he's got crazy numbers for the number of players he uses and picks. If you're Italian and you control the ball well, you're gonna get a training camp at least. And some people say that's the way to go. Let them come, let them experience the levels and touch base. Whereas for some countries, it's literally one in, one out. And that's that.
Unless you're undeniable.
Yeah, unless you're undeniable.
But yeah, it seems like Gareth likes the more club feel. So it's the
Yeah.
same
Settled.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
so then you build up
Club
those
England, they used to call it,
But
right?
then you build up those relationships as well on the pitch as well. So you've played with my man 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times. So you know what's
But
what.
as a player on the fringes,
Mm.
how do you get into the team?
Yeah.
you just got to keep doing what
yeah.
you're doing, innit?
Yeah, but
And-
games are few and far between, bro.
Yeah. And to
It's
be fair,
two games every 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
and to be
And
fair,
it's
we-
like, come on, man.
It's hard.
I'm playing consistently for my team, week in, week out. I'm putting up 7s and 8s. I'm knocking on the door. You pick me. I turn up for training. Don't play for 2 games. I have to go back and carry on playing consistent. You pick me again. I'll play 20 minutes of a game. And then
you're
I
not
go
even
home.
saying they got to start, you know? You're not even saying they got to start, but
maybe Gareth's just like, I'm leaving after the Euros.
So
I
I'm
don't
gonna
care.
nail
Like,
it.
so I want to do what I want to do. Like, that's the kind of thoughts I've been thinking over the last couple of squads, to be honest. Like, he knows he's going to be going
Do you know
at
what?
the end of the Euros.
Yeah.
So he wants a settled team.
Well, that
Even
gives
if
him the
that
highest
mean-
probability of achieving.
Yeah, so even if that means leaving out consistent players like Ward-Prowse, for example,
Yeah.
the next manager can deal with that. He's like, this is what I want.
But then you're even leaving people that you know have delivered for you, like Sterling. So my thing is, the way I've looked at it recently, and then we'll move on, is okay, people are like, he's the most successful, he's done the best with them. But for me, this is sport, innit? So yes, you've done that well to get here, but then there's that last percentage. And I think actually, he's shown a couple of times his game management, tactically, etc. And I think if he was someone of that ilk and had that extra, more of these players would get used a little bit more in a little bit of a different way. When he's doing his tweaks, his changes, he would start doing things. Like, it sounds a bit lazy, but why is it just now after Carlos started using Bellingham further forward, you started using Bellingham further forward? Do you know what I mean? It's things like that, whereas actually if you were a bit more nuanced in your tactical approach, you might see the value of bringing in Maddison before everyone beats down your door, or you might see the value of using. So that's why I think actually some of the limitations people have talked about from his coaching actually then seeps into where he sees people fitting into the different holes and bits on the pitch. That's where I see it.
I agree. That's a very good point.
It's rare you
That's the
see
point.
him make substitutions that change a game. It's either we're up and he just brings on subs that can continue to tick over, or we're down and he brings on subs and nothing.
When was the last time we had an England manager that kind of
Just did what he thought was right.
Yeah.
Sven.
What? Sven was...
Sven
was terrible, though.
Sven-
We've had
Sven
bad
was pressure.
Sven was the most successful England manager since 66, wasn't he?
No, he got
He got
quarters.
quarter final, that's it.
And the reason
He
why I
had some
say
crazy record, I remember at the time. I'll check you.
He might have had a good qualification record,
Yeah.
but not
Sven
in
got the
Time
tournaments.
that people are talking about his
No,
he
tournaments are
remember
just
he
like
put
quarters only.
Skulls out left, didn't
Yeah,
it? Like
it
he
was
should have
terrible.
he should have played.
goals out
Yeah,
left?
because he
two
wasn't
and
on the,
three.
he wasn't on the English Skulls gravy train, bro. He came and said, listen, big man,
No, but my point is,
It's true, they go on like Scholes is the best player ever. Yeah,
respect Sven, bro.
yeah.
no.
He was playing
My
laps to
point is,
Gerrard in the middle, yeah.
rather than playing him out of position, don't play him in it. Like if you got a Skulls coming off the bench in that era,
Yeah, but also he's not
That's
stupid.
more
This is
beneficial.
England. He's
Yeah,
not stupid.
exactly.
This is
no,
England.
but that's my
I
point.
hear you.
Like that's where he
Capello,
went wrong.
maybe?
He was terrible. He was worse than Sven.
Yeah, Capello went great.
No, but in terms of what Isaac's saying, just doing what he wants to do.
Oh,
Not English
yeah,
pressure.
yeah.
and
it's
bringing
true.
an actual style of player, an
I'd say
identity to the
Venables
England
and
team.
Hoddle. To be
Yeah,
honest.
Hoddle. I'll go
Venables
back
and Hoddle.
with Hoddle with
Yeah.
the three at the back. That was
Yeah.
the actual proper style that he played.
So I'm thinking Bishop Huddle because of the doc. And now I've just remembered why he lost his job as well. I've literally just remembered. Hey, you see, before the PC era, it was a wild time. You know? Man in important positions was saying some crazy stuff.
Oh, mate.
Anyway. France, Netherlands. Kylian, man.
Cracking goal.
On the bounce, just side footed top mids. Where was VVD in that play though? Was he around?
Where was he?
I'm just that will come to that.
But can we highlight Tottenham's Dutch centre back?
Yeah, looks
Van
good.
de
Van
Van
de
de
Ven.
Ven.
Told you, man.
Rounded.
Yeah, he
called
looked
it.
mad.
You see the speed,
Bro.
bro? The speed, yeah, I see it. I
They
see
said
it.
he's clocked the fastest time in the Prem this season as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Very good.
Fastest
Nah, all
speed.
jokes aside, they quietly,
Him and
even though
Szoboszlai
they-
was like,
even though they just rotate the same managers, yeah. So I don't know how much progress you're getting in the Netherlands team because you just take Koeman out, bring the next man in, then Koeman comes back. But it's true. But when you take the last,
it's either Coleman, Hiddink,
Or
Yes,
Van Gaal.
Van Gaal,
Yeah.
Van Gaal, yeah. It's true.
some merry-go-round.
But I watched that team. I was like, okay, it's almost like they're just getting to the point where they're just quietly bringing people through, like Van der Ven, etc. So they weren't terrible, but France were just. I mean, Mbappe was just on it, bro. It was just crazy, and even the move, the way he just popped it into my man and got it back.
Fired it into my
Bro.
man, bro.
Yeah.
That's a pass where you better just set that back to me.
That's
Yeah,
what-
yeah. There's no thing.
Bro,
I can't
that's-
control that. I'm popping
That's
it
what
straight
McAllister
back.
needed from VVD.
Yeah.
That's what he needed. Bang! All right, you want it back? Sorry. And then to finish like that, yeah. And didn't he break a record? I'm sure that brought him up to
He
a scoring
passed.
record.
I think he passed Platini.
Yeah, so he's on 42.
Yeah.
What, on goals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah,
Only
he's like
only
number 4.
Giroud, Henry, and Griezmann have got more than
Yeah, he's
him.
number 4 in the list.
Drew's number one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Painful to see.
Yeah.
He's already scored 287 goals
24 years old.
and 121 assists
Wow.
in 400 appearances for club and country.
He's a problem.
He's a joke. He's a joke. So France march on.
Yeah, Holland might not qualify. No, I think they're playing Greece tonight, aren't they? So
But even now,
They
that's
need-
not
they
that much
need a
of
win.
that's not much of a shot these days. There's
What,
last
Holland?
few
Holland
tournaments,
were alright.
they've qualified
Yeah.
but not qualified. It hasn't been nailed on. They haven't been
Yeah.
nailed on.
Qualifying,
Yeah.
but
They
the
got to
last
the World
tournament
Cup.
was alright.
They got
but not to the Euros, didn't
Yeah,
they? So,
yeah. They've
They
been
got
patchy.
quarterfinals World Cup? Or was it semis?
Poland again.
Argentina knocked them out.
Argentina,
Yeah, I know
yeah.
Argentina knocked them out.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so yeah,
Thanks,
let's
Mark.
see. But we've got the next Euros. That's the larger one, isn't it? Or is it the one after? I'm sure the next Euros is the one where they expand it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
yeah. Well, you can't even get them expanded. What? USA, Germany. So this is the game we talked about. They travelled there. Pulisic.
Oh, good goal.
Yeah.
He's got a new breath of life in Italy, you know.
Good goal, man. I was like, wow.
You know, Arsenal fans, I said I'd take him. I was getting this.
Yeah.
Talk to me, nice. Talk to me. He's doing.
With him though, it's fitness though. He broke down. Is
Yeah.
it? He couldn't handle. Could he handle the physicality of the Prem?
No, it's true. No, it's true. It's true. And I don't know, lifestyle, whatever. So I'm thinking, ooh, but then the German quality came through.
Havertz.
Yeah. I mean, they lost 3-1 in the end.
Yeah.
It was 3-1 in the end.
But they're saying Nagelsmann picked Gross and he started, and they're saying that he put Kimmich under a bit of pressure with his performance.
Oh wow.
So
Pascal Gross.
yeah, from
Wow. Okay.
Brighton.
So it's going to be interesting to look out for that one.
You see this Nagelsmann guy, yeah? Like, he's like the manager of, I think you and him had the same kind of spirit. Like, you just don't care. Just go in and just dash everything off the table. Because when he picked his squad, yeah, Nagelsmann, you know, in Germany, they're very opinionated about. When I saw some of the people he picked Pascal Gross, he picked some next guy. I said his early 30s. I like the way he moves. But yeah, it's going to be interesting him as Germany manager.
But I think they needed that.
Yeah, no,
I think as a whole,
Yeah.
they needed that. So I watched the documentary, the All or Nothing documentary for Germany. And just watching that and then seeing where they are now, the current state they're in, they look stale. It gives off a stale vibe.
Yeah.
Right? They've not had any kind of
Fresh
star
thinking,
players
maybe?
coming through.
Yeah, okay.
The well-known, the stalwarts that we know are getting older. Goetze fell by the wayside. Tony Kroos is class, but he's getting older. Thomas Muller, same thing, getting older. Neuer's injured.
No real number 9, innit?
There's no real number 9. Timo Werner, we can't.
And do you feel like
trust him.
Sane and Gnabry and them people not getting to their peak when we thought they were like Man City? But that's still that made a bit of a gap between those guys. And
I think they needed that. They needed Nagelsmann to come in and just say, do you know what? Here what? I'm putting my foot down. I'm putting my imprint on this. And yeah, it looks like it's working.
I think that'll be interesting. And one of the things that you heard out of the German press at the time was that his ideas, how he wants to play the game and stuff, is too complicated. It's too complicated. Like, he'd be telling it to the players and stuff, and they'd have lost him by the time he got to the third phase of whatever he was trying to explain. And apparently Thomas Tuchel's having the same issue now. Like, he's openly coming out in press conferences. So it's going to be interesting to see at that level. But he picked the nucleus we expected, but I like the fact that he's going to, you're good, you're playing, but I don't care how old you are if you're not fashionable, come true. I don't think we would have seen a Brighton player, not even a non-Champions League player, let's be honest, or that doesn't play in Germany, hasn't played Germany for a while, enter the Germany team. So that's going to be...
I was surprised he got that job though. I was really surprised.
Well, they normally pick a German.
He didn't do well at Bayern, did he? So
yeah,
but
the
they
list
pick a German, and
it's like is
he was
it
the only
sort
one
of
that had a
failing
job,
upwards
innit?
a little bit?
Well, yeah, to Keith's point, they're very much about it has to be a German coach.
Yeah.
They kind of got to Hansi Flick in almost the same way. Who else is around? They got rid of Lowe. Flick was there. He had his Bayern Munich record. He's done a madness.
Yeah.
So Nagelsmann's free. If you don't pick him, think of it the other way. If you don't employ him, who are you gonna employ? And the pressure on them to do a job when Nagelsmann's sitting at home is
and obviously they got a home tournament next year as well, so it's a big thing.
Exactly. So they'll be expected to win that.
Just quickly, just to touch on USA and their whole situation. So their coach just got rehired, didn't he? Berhalter. But the whole situation around him and Gio Reyna. Do
you want to explain that quickly for people that don't know?
So basically, I think it was the World Cup.
Yep.
Gio was brought into the squad as part of the team, but he wasn't playing.
And they said he wasn't training well or something?
So it's a mixture of things. I think he got injured beforehand, and it was kind of like late. Will he be ready to play? Never mind ready to get picked. Will he be ready to play? He felt he was. They said he wasn't. The coach was like, you're not training well. You're not showing me in training. They fell out. They had a spat. Obviously, USA now. Greg lost his job.
But wait, there's a bit there though. There's a bit there.
Go on.
Because of his parents. Obviously, his dad's Claudio Reyna. His mum, I can't remember her
She's
maiden
sporting
name
as well.
but she was sporting as well. So they've basically gone to the media. They've gone to the media to dispute all of it. They've basically thrown their weight around. Basically. And apparently the coach and the Reyna family, they were good friends. No, that's what happened. Claudio Reyna's wife went and outed him about a domestic violence situation 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
Jesus.
Something crazy like that. I remember reading a long article about it.
But I think they're
Athletic.
friends, wasn't they? Friends.
were.
The two wives are friends, and
Yeah,
that's
no,
what.
the two families were friends.
Yeah.
And then all of this happened, and they felt
Mm.
like basically Gio got hung out to dry.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she's like her memory. She regained her memory,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
and she's, so then that's why he was under investigation because
Yes,
they
that's
went
right,
out
I
one night
forgot
and he
that part.
kicked her or something.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
he did something to her. It came out as a kind of a DV situation. So everyone was like, "Well, this timing's interesting." Like, all of that. Then his contract expired, so they were looking for someone else. So now he's got the job back.
Yeah.
So now
And
he's
then-
got the job
and
back.
then-
Obviously, Gio's still there.
They brought him. No, so they had to clear the air. So I can't remember what I was watching, but I think Matt Turner was talking about the situation,
Is it
and he was kind of like,
dancing?
no, not kind of, but at the same time, he was kind of like, Gio was in the wrong.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. do
Gio
that.
was in the wrong.
He went over and
Like,
cried to mommy and daddy, and
yeah, and like Clint Dempsey was like, well, no, if you've got to prove, like you get injured, you come back, you kind of do have to prove that you're still up to a decent level, and not only to the coach but to the players.
yeah, that's true.
Do you understand what I'm saying? To your teammates.
yeah.
Like, if we're going to trust you, we need to see that you're ready, fit and ready. And this is a high pressure environment. It's the World Cup, right?
Mm.
So, yeah, it's good though. But I mean, he's come back. They've had clear the air talks. He's brought him into the team, slotted him in. And
he's even moved his position because the caretaker
Exactly.
manager was playing him as a 10
Yeah.
when he before was playing him out wide, I believe.
Yeah.
So he started him as a 10. And now he's back. He's put him in the 10 where the coach was.
Yeah.
But even to your point, it's a good point. Now we look at the USA team. Years and years ago, everyone said, oh, you know what America's like? They've had the World Cup. They'll pump money in. They've got the MLS. The team's going to be a madness soon. Are we starting to see actually, because they got to the quarters in the World Cup, I want to say, in Qatar? Was it quarters?
No.
No, 16.
No.
16. Sorry,
Yeah,
that's
they,
what
they were in England group.
Yeah, they
yeah.
beat them, yeah.
No, they drew with England.
No,
They drew
yeah,
England.
it was in our
Who
group.
knocked them out?
I think it was Netherlands that knocked him out.
Yeah. But I look at the team, and you got Tim Ream, Dest, McKennie, Reyna, all these players that are now playing, not just playing in Europe, playing at a decent level in Europe. Wayer's there. Obviously, Balogun's recently sort of changed allegiance. So they're just getting there. I think they have enough players who have got, I say big game experience, but they'll get that, right? They'll, players like Weyer and Pulisic and that. But
I think for the USA, it's an infrastructure one,
Yeah.
right? They're still on this college pipeline, right? So a lot of their players, unless they go overseas early,
yeah.
they go through the college system.
Yeah, they seem to be
right?
doing that.
And that college system is just not, in terms of quality, in terms of experience,
Not good enough.
it's not good enough.
Yeah,
They're
it's
not
funny
playing
you say that.
good enough opposition.
Who was playing at Tottenham yesterday? The two teams in the NFL.
The Ravens and the Titans.
Yeah, so I think the Ravens coach, he was saying he went to Tottenham's ground because they were training there, and he was like, it's interesting that he got to meet the academy players because he'd like, in the States we've only got high school and
Yeah,
college.
Yeah.
And he'd like, it's an interesting concept that we don't have, where we don't kind of start elite that young kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting point that you say
Yeah.
that. He was like, it's really good to see.
But at college level in America, the facilities and the
Yeah.
competitions
And
almost
they're good,
every
yeah.
level.
And you got full stadium. You got like
I was watching,
the whole
I was watching a
town.
documentary the other day. I think you're talking about, and guys are at college, straight university, and they played in front of 80,000 people.
Yeah.
It
But,
is sick.
but the only thing with that is,
The standard.
in terms of NFL, American football and
Yeah.
basketball,
Yeah.
they're the best of the best, right? So they go, they're that's equivalent, I would say. Their college is equivalent to a European or a outside of American academy, right?
Okay.
Whereas their soccer, I don't think it's at the same level.
Nah,
I see what you're saying.
But I think that's where the difference is, though, and that's why I don't know whether the soccer is going to take off as such. Is because the top level talent, they're going to basketball, they're going to
Facts.
NFL. Once all those people have gone,
Yes.
soccer's getting what's left.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
don't
they-
know
they-
whether that level's ever
They
gonna.
play everything as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They play. No, they do.
No, they do.
everything.
Yeah.
He could have been in the
Yeah,
NFL.
exactly, yeah.
If I'm good at basketball and a lot of them are sick at NFL and basketball and athletics or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm choosing basketball.
Yeah.
Or I'm choosing that's the
NFL.
bag.
Or even-
and I'm cool. Like it's
or
all
even
cool.
baseball, bruv.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
down to
I'm not
soccer.
getting that.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
soccer?
soccer,
Do not
no.
make the same money. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I say the infrastructure. I don't until the college level soccer starts getting the same kind of attraction and like that says drawing the same type
Culture
of
as well.
athletes and the culture.
Culture.
I think they're
And
gonna.
they've got to want to stay as well. Because if they're good at soccer or football, they go abroad or whatever. They
Exactly.
get snapped up.
So it's a
innit?
big catch-22 there.
So I
'cause-
think it's a glass ceiling in terms of
Another
production
thing as well.
out of America.
yeah,
But unless more
yeah.
athletes start going abroad early,
Yeah, I was going to say. So it's catch-22, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you go to Europe.
That culture.
Yeah.
Miami or Sweden. It'd be to Sweden to be in an academy or under 18s or something.
No, but to be fair, in America, your college, it might be a fantastic college. It's not in the best place. You might be somewhere. You know the climate across America. is vast, boy.
I know.
You might land in the one sick college, but it's minus 32 every day. Like, but it's just you made that point because it's almost a catch-22, right? You want them to go to Europe because Europe's the highest level, so you want them to better your team. But if enough people don't go, then you've got this gap between 10 men made it to Europe at the high level, and I'm sure there's lots of American players in academies in Europe, but not at a big enough number, or you kind of just. You want the standard in America to get to the sufficient level, and it's a bit of both. The reason why I raised that question is that are they at a stage where actually they probably need to get, so the coach of the national team, maybe they should go and get a top level European or South American, someone that's really managed at the top that can use, no disrespect to the American coach, but if they're playing at the highest level, then you're not coming to play for a coach that, he's not the top level. He's not top level.
They had Klinsmann, about 10 years ago?
Klinsmann's not a top level coach.
But he's not a top level coach though.
But he managed Bayern and
he did manage Germany.
And Germany. So
they had a successful, they had a good period under him. And then Jürgen Loh came in and took them to the World Cup.
Yeah, I don't know.
So maybe they tried that model.
I think if you got tier 1 countries, pretty mature countries, who for a period said, right, we're gonna go and get who we think, Ericsson, Capello, whatever. I think when you're early on like this and you've got certain tools and weapons, I don't think it's crazy for you to not. But we've even got Brazil considering a non-Brazilian, bruv. They apparently it's done.
Yeah,
Ancelotti's getting into the season. It's done apparently, right? So America never gonna do it. They're the most patriotic country on earth. They'll make it on their own. But I think it would be interesting to see what someone could do with that team. Someone at the top level of the management game internationally could do with that team, because they've got players that are playing right at the sharp end of things.
I think just for me, my final thought, and I think it's down to infrastructure.
Yeah.
Until they adopt a academy model.
Yeah.
For colleges, because I'm pretty sure I'll look at it when I'm at home. I'm pretty sure I saw an article that said they are actually looking into it.
Yeah, I've
and
seen
figure it
post
out.
stuffs about like a junior team and stuff like that.
So until they start doing that and bridge, like you said, that gap between the players that do make it and the players that don't, or American based, there'll always be a glass ceiling.
Yeah, that's fair. Fair enough. All right, and I think lastly on the international, Norway won. Well, Norway 0, Spain 1. A little bit of Isaac had Haaland on player camp because he wanted to prove a point from last week.
Sketchy.
Did he do anything? I didn't see him do it. I watched the highlights. I never saw him once.
Bro.
I saw one
chance
shot.
that came across.
One
when he
It came across the box, did it? Yeah.
He starved it.
Was Odegaard playing? Because
Yeah.
I didn't see him either.
There we go.
I didn't see him on the highlights.
No. Listen, sketchy. I'm sorry. I know it's Spain, but it's not the Spain. It's
Spain.
not that
Spain
But this
no
Spain
more.
team ain't whack though.
They're not, but it's not that.
But the thing with Norway,
Come on, man.
granted you've got Odegaard and Haaland, but generally they don't qualify for tournaments. I think they've qualified for 3 tournaments in their history. Norway not.
Yeah,
Norway
but you've got a goal scorer.
But you ain't had Haaland
But
before.
that's two man.
To John's words, you've got the best goal scorer.
But you got 2 man.
No, but if you got a world class, if you got a world class man,
Hold on.
no, No, they should be making the
No,
tournament.
they should.
No,
Wait,
hold on.
Gareth Bale was getting Wales to tournament, so you can get. And who do they have? Who do they have? They have two men.
Okay, but you could name at least 5 other Welsh players. Name me 5 other Norwegian players now.
That's
No,
but
it's not
I was with you, yeah. Until
Yeah.
someone.
No, but
Because
they're
most of them
established
probably
players.
do play in a bit of like Prem, lower league, like
were
in that Welsh
championship
team.
players.
Wait,
Championship.
Sanderberg.
Wait, hold on.
Burnley?
Keith. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. What's
Josh
this?
King.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Wait. So I
Josh
was with
King.
you.
Odegaard.
I was.
Josh King's a decent player.
I
Still playing.
I was with you until someone gave me a stat earlier. And I debate where I was going to share it today, but all right, cool. So that's that Norway team, yeah? 8 man play for Champions League teams. And 7 of them are starters.
Okay, but what are the teams though? But what are the teams?
Wales can't give you that.
Wales can give you 7 championship.
The reason why I'm going to count
One voice.
The reason why I'm going to count, because remember we had that conversation about Zaha playing for a Champions League team,
Yeah.
and we were just like, well, you can't just play for any Champions League team. They got to be halfway decent. Who are they playing for?
Wait. Okay.
Look, Norway are not an established international team.
I hear you, but when we're
And
having
neither are Wales.
when we're having the Wales combo,
Yeah.
it's not good.
But
Man are playing for Stoke and that,
No, they're
and
playing
starting in the Welsh team.
And
Aaron
Cardiff.
Ramsey
They're playing for
team
Cardiff in them
To
team.
Stoke and Cardiff and that. is
Aaron Ramsey still starts for Wales.
okay, so when Wales was in the Euros,
Yeah.
how many of them were in the Championship? Most of them were in the Championship. They were playing Prem ball.
How many of them will play Champions League, bro?
Well, they were playing Prem ball.
Mm.
You're telling me Champions League, if they're playing for like Genk, like come on, and they're not starting for Genk. Like I think there's too much pressure on Norway just because of 2 man.
No. So I agree in that point, but that is a very
more
very
pressure
fair
on
counter.
Wales. I'm sorry.
So when we're
there was
talking,
more pressure on Wales.
no,
Yeah, because
I
they've got
agree.
better players.
Yeah, no, they haven't though. I think
But they've proved it because they've got to the tournaments and done well.
Gareth Bale was
One
there.
man got them there.
I think
It wasn't one man.
we'll-
Come on.
we'll
Nah,
revisit this
he
because
did-
you see now that he's
He
retired.
did drag them there though.
He
Bale
dragged
dragged
them there literally. I think when he retires, now he's retired, we'll see the difference. But I was backing it. I was like, come on, guys.
Hal Robson Canu leading the line.
Are you lying?
Wales had Hal
Yeah.
Robson Canu.
He played in the last week.
No,
And what was he doing against Belgium in the Euros? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I think there's
Joe
too much.
Ledley
I think there's unnecessary
Joe Allen.
pressure on Norway.
No, but
Like,
seriously,
No,
yeah.
man.
I don't expect them to be at any
I think
tournament.
they're early in the iteration because they've got a couple of other youngsters. They got one young guy. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but he looks crazy. Everyone's after him. He's right footed, left foot. You know those guys. Every clip you see of him, defenders are falling over, etc.
Yeah.
But they're just early in that cycle because it all trickles down. You know, when you have your Haalands and all of that, it then trickles down a bit later. But
But they're not even close. They're not even getting close to
No.
qualifying.
they're not.
They're going out early. Norway, yeah, not even close.
And you know
And,
what?
and I'm just not. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is the problem that me and T were talking about. Unless someone is putting that ball on his toe for it to then roll into the net, he's ineffective, bro. He is absolutely ineffective. At least Gareth Bale was picking up the ball
And doing something.
and doing a madness.
He should
Aaron
be.
Ramsey
He should.
doing a madness.
They should be
Aaron
making
who?
the difference.
Aaron Ramsey.
He weren't in no madness, bro.
He was
for
for
Wales.
Wales.
He was for Wales. He was.
He's captain
He was.
behind it.
He was. Him and Gareth Bale were a proper tag team. Odegaard and Haaland. Listen,
Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
they're 22 years old or 23
No,
years
but
old.
they're losing to Scotland, and they should be making the difference. They should be going out there and being like,
they
we're the
should-
2 best players on this pitch. We should be winning the game.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
still none of them.
They should have challenged Scotland more. 'Cause like,
Yeah, exactly.
Was it the game in Norway where Norway 1-0 up and then Scotland scored 2 in the last 5 minutes of the game, and that effectively knocked them out really and truly.
But they ain't are they actually knocked out?
Yeah,
Are
it's
they
done.
done?
It's
I know
done.
they got to play
Scotland and Spain are through.
Nah, it's the Nations League. They can qualify via the Nations League, not via.
Yeah, so they can still go. They could
Yeah.
still go through. But no, it's gonna be it will be a slight on their career. It'll be a bit like Ryan Giggs. Like everyone talks about him, blah blah blah, but internationally, nothing. So that's that. But this is a record breaking player. Let's just relax with the big statements in it, because when it's their record breaking player, there's no excuses for him. You know that one there. Anyway, no. To be fair, you said you had smoke for Salah last week. I lie you. But anyway, talking of which, someone's gonna divide a bit of opinion. Was it Eden? How do you say that? I heard some people say Eden Hazard, some people say Eden Hazard.
Eden,
yeah? Eden Hazard has retired. Now, it's divided a lot of opinion. Some people are saying, it's a disgrace that he's retired at his age. He's 32. He underachieved, etc. But let me start with you, Das. When you look back on Hazard's career, now he's retired, what's your take on his career?
I have to split it into two.
Okay, I like where you get. Go on.
The Madrid bit is a bit of a slant on him. I know it's been injury, it's a bit of a slant. But before that...
You're landing a bit softer than I thought. All right, yeah.
But before that, I thought he was an absolute fantastic player. Absolute quality player in the Premier League.
Yeah, he was a joke.
He's the kind of player that you pay to go and watch. Whenever he got the ball, you felt like something could happen. And when he was at his peak, I thought he was unplayable.
Yeah.
Totally unplayable.
And how much of a...
Sorry, go on.
I was coming to you next. Anyway, so how much of a slide, how much of a damper is the Real Madrid bit on his career?
Nothing. Nothing.
I'm surprised. Yo.
Nothing.
I'm liking this.
All that he's done in his career up to that point.
What do you want him to do? He was injured for the whole time.
Fam.
He didn't even do anything because he was injured the whole time.
Well, yeah. It's a bit of both. He didn't help himself. But
he
broken ankle is not a joke thing, bruv. It's not a joke thing.
He didn't play. So how can you can't really judge it.
And you know what as well? We talk so much about his Chelsea time, yeah? I forgot what he did in France.
Fam, I was just about to get there. Fam.
Because of him, that team won 2 titles. The better one player of the year in some shape or form for basically, 5 years or something.
Joe Cole went there and said that he was an absolute man. He said he couldn't believe his eyes. He said he could not believe what he was seeing.
Yeah.
Joe Cole went there. Remember? Because
at the end of his career, went there.
He said he could not believe what he was seeing. And I only knew about Eden Hazard because Joe Cole, obviously,
but
he
told Chelsea. Told Chelsea, you need to get this brother. Yeah.
So, obviously, I like Joe Cole come to Liverpool and to Lille, and then I don't know why I was just keeping tabs on.
No, same. Same. Because I wanted to see how he would do out there,
and that's how I found out about Eden Hazard.
Okay.
Because obviously I used to see his name always coming up with it was assist or a goal or they were talking about his performances.
It was him and Nasri, innit, at the time, wasn't it? Him and Nasri that was touted as two of the baddest to come out of them.
Yes.
I couldn't. So he's done that at Lille. Then he's come to Chelsea. Slotted right in, had a madness. Yeah, he had his issues with Mourinho, tracking back and whatnot, but he was still arguably their best player.
And for when Mourinho is backing you
year in
public, and you don't really do any defending, that's how you know you're special.
I think Keith wants to go.
Yeah, come on, Keith. Go on, mate.
You can't deny his talent.
You know when a man starts with that,
you know that part is loaded. That part is loaded.
I don't think you can put him up there with the elites. Like you can say he's had a distinguished Premiership career. That's fine, but as I said in the group chat, he wanted the move to Real Madrid. Played out of his skin last season at Chelsea. Got the move, won the Champions League. I know you say he broke his ankle, but
man turned up for pre-season, first pre-season at Real Madrid overweight. You're mad.
He came there, recovered from the ankle injury. Granted, if it was as bad, why in this day and age no one picked it up and sorted it out? So I'm just questioning that slightly.
Bro, don't do that because we know people get us injuries. Look at Cazorla. People get us injuries.
I'm just saying, innit? If it was that bad, why wasn't it picked up? But after the first season, what happened since then at Real Madrid?
How do you pick up on a broken ankle?
What do you mean, how do you pick up on a broken
What do you mean?
With all the scans and the horse percent and all that's happening.
No, he's talking about the recovery of it.
But he's at Real Madrid. They've got the best of the best.
So he should have been.
No, but it just might have
doesn't work like that, bro.
Yeah, but I think that's an excuse.
An interesting point I had the other day is as well. So he got injured, and in that downtime, that's when people started to come through, right? That's when Vinicius and all of this lot started to come through. So then, we don't necessarily need you as much. And also the bar you need to reach to now get these lot out of the team is higher. And then you're at Real Madrid. You're costing me a lot of money. He's a lot younger. He's doing this thing. He's Brazilian. So there was that, and that's football, right? If you get injured at the right time and wrong time, etc. So yeah, I mean,
and you've also got to look at the psychology, right? The mental aspect of it. They chased him. They wanted him. They brought him in as the superstar, right? And like you said, they've got these youngsters, and he's probably sitting there thinking, and based off of, again, don't know him, I'm just speculating. He seems as one of those players that, you know, I know I'm good. I don't need to do it. I don't need to.
It's well documented. He's a man that saw football as work. His thing was his family.
Yeah, I don't
football
need
just
to,
work. Yeah.
I don't need to do the extra. You wanted me. I'm here now. I'll be ready when I'm ready, innit? So
Well, there's a joke a journalist tells you. He goes there to interview him, and then they're showing the journalist around the Chelsea
I heard this
complex.
one. Yeah,
I think it's with Giroud. So they go downstairs into the gym, and Giroud goes to Hazard, this is the gym. And then the journalist is like, what? Hazard's like, bro, I don't come down here. Mom, you see these fires? This is genetics. I don't come down here. So he was always well documented. He's a man trading, yeah, cool. But when it comes to match day,
when a man's got a mentality like that, unless they're willing to switch and become almost Cristiano like in terms of mentality, or come on, man.
Yeah, and that's what I say. Like, I don't think he can be regarded as the elite. Like,
I don't think no one.
He was very, very good, but like, you get the move to Real Madrid. I know, like, injuries and stuff, but that's your chance to, like, you go there at 28.
Chance to do what?
You go to Real Madrid at 28.
No, but you can't be turning up to your first Real Madrid pre-season overweight though.
Chance to do what though?
To show them what you are, innit?
I've already done that at Chelsea.
Come on,
Real Madrid.
See, when you say you can't put him up there with the elites, when him at his best at Chelsea, he's up there with the elites.
Thank you.
Done.
No.
End of convo. That is it.
Wait, but elite career?
Huh?
Elite career?
I would say he's had an elite career. I'm taking away Real Madrid. He didn't play for them. Like,
No, you can't take that away.
You can't
because
play for them. Though.
Even though what you just described there about his attitude and not being in the
That's
game
why he's not
and
with the elites.
to me, I'm like, that's not good, because then that leads to what Keith was saying. When he got his injury and that, was he taking his rehab seriously? Well, if that is his attitude,
and you're at Madrid,
the
move you wanted to showcase how good you are.
No.
He hasn't had an elite career
because he's not show up to that point. He's not showcased what he's about.
Yeah, but
okay, so you're saying that
on the highest level.
So what you're saying is that what he showed at Chelsea, you didn't think he could turn it up a notch at Real Madrid. So that you're saying Chelsea was his bar.
The only way he's I'm going to answer. I'm going to give you a 2-part answer. Yeah, no, wait. I was going to say something. Now I caught myself. Wait. The only way he's turning it up at Real Madrid is if he becomes consistent. Like in terms of approach to the game, right? Mm-hmm. Because week in, week out, he was doing a madness. It wasn't like Cristiano levels of madness, but he was doing a madness, right? The only way he turns it up at Real Madrid is if he then turns around and comes in and says, all right, I'm in the gym, I'm 6-pack, look at my body, physical body, I'm Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not like that. So he was never going to go to Real Madrid and do a madness.
But that's why you can't be elite.
But he's won everything at Chelsea. So why can't he be elite? Okay. I don't understand.
Let me ask you a different question then. Hold on. So Ronaldo won everything at Man United, right?
Yeah.
Before he went to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
If Ronaldo went to Real and flopped, would we still be talking about he had an elite career?
At Man United, yeah.
No, I said to you his whole career.
No, I would say,
because you're saying you're not looking at him as elite. You said that. You said that.
So basically, he went Sporting, and then he went to Man United.
Yeah, and he won everything there.
And then he won everything, and he had some mad, crazy season. I would say, boy, if he retired after that, I would say, yeah, he's had a...
Wait, hold on.
If he retired after that, I would say he had an elite career.
No, you said something very interesting there. If he retired, he didn't.
No, but Hazard has basically retired.
Thank you.
You can't wipe that from history.
Chelsea. No, but I'm saying after Chelsea, Hazard
at 28, you get the move to Real Madrid.
I get what you're saying.
That means nothing, man.
Someone's paid 80 million for you.
How many times did he play for Real Madrid? Pull it up. And since you don't want to count
he played 50
about
times.
40 or something.
What did he win? Did he win Champions League?
He won Champions League at Real Madrid. Yeah. He's got a medal.
Real Madrid. No.
He won Champions League at Chelsea. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The first one they won.
Yeah. He won Champions League at Chelsea.
He's done it.
I'm not saying he's not elite.
At a smaller club.
I ain't give you my opinion, but it's interesting.
And one thing we haven't mentioned as well is also his international performances were top notch as well. He was in Belgium. He performed.
Okay, so this is my problem. Yeah, you see, when I look at Hazard and what I saw him do for Chelsea in the Prem, I'm looking at him at the top of the top of the game. Mm-hmm. Like if he goes to Real Madrid. Even if he just does exactly the same thing he did at Chelsea, bro, we're basically talking about him they're level below aliens.
But you lot,
Yeah.
but can I say, this is the problem, yeah? You lot are saying it like he's actually gone there and he's played and he's flopped.
Thank you.
He got injured. That's what I'm saying.
But
Like,
the game he played,
he never played that great. Yeah.
He was never the same.
How many?
54 games.
Come on, man.
Across 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
Man.
Come on.
Man.
I'm gonna note this down,
I'm not
because
hearing that. I'm not hearing
this
that.
argument is not gonna wash for other people.
I can't.
Because of the
I
way
You're not
we
even
have-
saying he played 54 times in
To
one
be fair,
season,
no,
and
wait.
then the rest of the time he was injured. He never even had a block of games, bro. Just forget it.
I can't count
How
that
can you
against
count
To
Real
be
Madrid?
fair,
I can't count that against
Does it say
Well,
how
in
many
one
per season?
He played 22 games in one season, 21 games another season, 23 games another season. It's not a lot, but it's enough.
21 games
And I'm
across
sure-
all comps.
and I'm
So he
sure there's a
played
lot of
60
games
most
where
of
he
his
was
games
just
were
on
in
the
Liga.
bench. Like he was fit, just
Coming
on
off
the
the bench.
Yeah, 16 games, 60. I mean, we can look into the stats and see when he was fit to play. We can look at the stats, but yeah, 16.
But you'll
I just
never
think-
know.
I
But
just
you'll
think- I
never
just
know
think-
when he was fit.
To like what Isaac's saying, his attitude and the way he treated the game, not like okay, we could say he's unprofessional in it, how he moves, but that's what worked for him in it. But after getting that mad injury, it's hard to come out of that. It's hard to come out of how you are after a mad injury to then
When I don't
change your
when
whole.
you don't even care.
Yeah,
Like that.
No, T, I agree. And I'm not saying that the reason why it happened isn't valid or not. My point is it didn't happen. So that's what thinking fine. I'm just saying be consistent. Because we are definitely gonna talk about somebody else here. He went to another club, I didn't do it, and you lot are gonna use that stick to
No,
beat
no,
me.
I won't.
You
Take
lot are
a
100% gonna use that stick
second,
to beat
just
you.
to keep point, though. Being an elite player, having that elite mentality is part of it.
I agree.
So even
I
if you
agree.
are laid back attitude or you don't go to gym, you don't do X, Y, and Z, if the time comes and you need to do that to
Yeah.
get back and get fit,
Yeah, you do.
Has-
you need
has
to
he-
do that.
wait,
do that.
Okay,
has-
but tell me why he needs to do it.
has Messi got an elite mentality?
No. But tell me why he needs to do it.
Because
If I'm a man that
He
doesn't
won
really
everything.
care like that,
He
I've won
he
everything.
won everything.
I've won
You lot
everything.
weren't talking about his
I've won
mentality
my-
when he was
why-
winning
what do you mean, but
everything.
how much has he been-
He wasn't
Then why go
saying
Real
that.
Madrid? Then
He
why
wasn't
go to
saying
Real
it.
Madrid? Then, like, what's the point?
No, but
What do you mean why go to
But you're saying like
It's
if
not
you-
just they're paying you
to do.
200 grand a week.
It's a nice to do.
They're paying you
Yeah,
200 grand a
Why
week.
everything?
What do you mean? If I pay you 200 grand a week, you're going to sit there and be like, oh, you know what, I'm
Nah,
injured.
T,
Yeah,
you agree with
I'll
that?
come back
Going
when I'm
to
back.
Real Madrid
Yeah.
from Chelsea is just a nice to do. You
So I'm no, but you're not. No, but let's give it
no, no, you agree
context.
with
Give it
me.
context.
But listen,
No,
listen,
I wanna hear what he said. I wanna hear what he said.
Wait,
Give it
wait,
context.
wait.
Give it context.
I want a yes or no. Are you agreeing with that statement?
Let me say.
No, don't agree. Don't agree. Don't agree.
I'm
No,
not
feel
saying
free.
that.
I'm on the ledge.
No,
I'm on the ledge. I'm on the ledge.
I'm saying
I'm gonna have to call Brendan.
for how he is, for what we know him as. Him going to Real Madrid, was that his dream move?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because he said he wanted to
told us
leave.
about it. He said it
He said
himself.
Okay,
he was meant
cool.
to leave the season before he did.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, give us one
One
more
more year.
season.
Cool.
And he
All right,
balled
So
out.
that is his dream. So it gets even worse. So he got his dream move. His whole career, he's been one way. He gets injured when he gets his dream move, and he can't get himself right again because of the way he is. Like in himself, like he's just one way.
My dream ever since I was
Cool.
a child.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm just saying.
Autobiography.
Okay,
It's
hold on.
cool.
Can I go back to my nice
Wait,
to
wait,
do
wait,
comment?
wait. It gets even better.
Go on.
Really? I'm going to try to become the best player in the world.
There you
But
go.
first, I wanted to be in the best team in the world.
Do you know what?
There
Do
you
know
go.
what? Are you really going with that PR nonsense?
He said upon his arrival.
The Daily Mirror as well.
I'm saying, man.
Get
This is
out
a
of
quote.
here.
This is
a quote
though,
from
isn't
him.
it?
Get out
This
of
is a
it.
quote.
We know how
Wait,
it's
hold on.
words.
Hold on. How many times do you see players grab the badge and say the same regurgitated
Thank
stuff?
you. Thank you. He's getting interviewed about
No
his move to
problem.
Real Madrid.
All I
Fam,
ask
He's
if
gonna
a
say,
man's
nah, I'm
paying
not
him-
really bothered.
You know what?
If a team's paying you 200 bags a week, you're telling me you're not going to sit there and say the same
Bro.
nonsense.
Listen, this is why we started the podcast, innit? Because
Get
there was
out.
too much flip flopping in the WhatsApp.
Get out
Just
of here, man.
stay consistent, yeah? Just
Can I
remember
get back
this.
to my what nice to do comment?
Yeah, you need to. you need to.
Real Madrid, nice to do.
Man, nice to do.
Big man. All right, let me ask you a question before I get there. All right. Winning the Premiership, Champions League, and the domestic cups with Chelsea.
Yes.
Is it bigger if I do that with Real Madrid?
Yes.
Yeah, of course it is.
Why is
It
it
is.
bigger?
It is.
Because they're a bigger club.
Why is it
It is.
bigger? if it's the same thing. If I go to Real Madrid and win the Champions League, the La Liga, and the domestic cups, why is it bigger? Why is it any different?
Because it's
Real
Real
Madrid.
Madrid.
When the Premier League is considered the best league in the world.
Come on.
Nah, you
you
are
know
doing
that.
No.
Because you know,
let me say
Barcelona
something.
and Real Madrid are the two
Cool.
teams.
The
isn't
best
it?
commercial clubs.
No,
ever.
but he said, what did you say? You said, what's the difference?
Yeah.
What is the difference though? Just
It's the expectation and the pressure
No,
behind you.
the only
and the
difference-
history.
the only difference is that Real Madrid is a bigger club.
Commercially.
I've done
Commercially.
Yeah, bigger
That's a
club.
big difference.
Commercially.
No, but
Not
look,
commercially, bigger
look.
than Chelsea in every way possible. Not
But
just
look, when I
commercially.
went to the best league in the world
Yeah.
and won everything, I've done it.
No,
I've actually clocked. I've actually done the thing. When I go to Real
And that's
Madrid
cool for
now,
normal players. This is a guy that had the ability to be top 1% that ever
What he
played
said,
this
the best
game.
player in the
That's what
world.
I'm saying, bro.
Oh,
Even he
God.
said, do you understand what I'm saying? No, you understand what I'm saying?
I don't think he would have been.
No, but
I don't think he would have been mentioned in with Messi and Ronaldo.
He had the
No, but
ability
the-
though. He had
yeah.
the ability.
Like he did.
But he would have been very, very, very close behind.
You don't go to Real Madrid to rest on your laurels. You go to Real Madrid to showcase what you're about. It's not like when Thomas Gravison went there on loan. Like, come on.
I get what you're saying.
It's a big move. Like,
I get what you're saying,
No,
but
no,
what I'm saying is he didn't even get the chance to. That's
no, but I'm just saying, like, he wasn't just like some any guy going to Real Madrid, innit? Like, he was.
That was a really good example.
He was like the next.
okay,
like,
so
yeah.
Wait,
let me unpack that.
No, just
The
I just
bigger
wanna-
club thing.
We're
Yeah,
moving
yeah,
like he
let's talk-
played.
yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah,
moving
yeah.
like he
Yeah.
played every
Oh,
game
yeah,
and
go
every
on.
single minute.
No.
No, let's
let's
get back to the bigger club thing.
So let me
Why
unpack that.
why do you feel it's the same if he wins it at Chelsea, if he wins
But
it at Real
why
Madrid?
does it matter, right? If Real Madrid,
You know.
no, just answer this.
I'm
Just
going to
answer
answer.
this.
Go on.
Why does it matter, right? If Real Madrid, let me look at Keith. I can't stand you. Alright. Wait.
I can't believe he's actually trying to say it.
No. Listen. Why does it matter, right? Now, I understand the days of the Galacticos.
Forget that.
I understand the days of the Galacticos, right? But why does it matter? If I've done it, if I've done all of that, won the Champions League, forget everything else. If I've won the Champions League,
Like Cristiano Ronaldo.
and put in a dope performance, but Cristiano's is different, and I'll get to that. No, Cristiano's different. I've won the Champions League. I've put in a mad performance. I've balled out. I'm considered one of the best players in the world, right? Why does it matter if I now go to Real Madrid, who aren't the same Galacticos,
Because regardless of who
and
plays
then repeat what I've just done over
or
here?
who manages Real
So
Madrid,
why does that matter when I'm just repeating what I've already done?
they put the Champions League, the European Cup above everything. Like that's
So the Chelsea,
that's
Roman Abramovich.
No.
What was Roman Abramovich's goal?
no.
Can I-
they
can I-
haven't got the same history.
can I-
like
What was
that.
Roman
They
Abramovich's goal?
haven't got the same.
Can I
They
give
haven't got
some-
the
can
same
I-
history.
It's not the same.
Can I give my
It's not the
answer?
same.
Can I give my view on this?
Not the same because of the clubs.
Nah, bro, listen.
God, what's
Listen.
bigger?
The kit that I've gone from wearing a blue kit to a white kit.
Nah, it's a
Let's all
whole
keep
different.
let's all keep it a buck here. Yeah? We know in this game that we love, where you do stuff matters, right? So it matters in
So
different
if I
ways.
do it in Spain, it's better than I doing it in
No,
London.
no. The club. So we all know, and it goes both ways. If you win the Champions League with Crystal Palace, yeah, you will never pay for a meal in London ever again because you did it with that club, right? But the same way where there are certain clubs that hold a certain level in the game, and going to that club and dealing with everything it comes with, yeah. So at Chelsea, he was the main man or one of the main men, yeah. He's
After the golden era.
Yeah,
Started leading,
even the teams he played, once he came and he started delivering, that like his second season when he started hitting the double digits every year, he was the main man or one of the main men in that team, right? When you go to clubs like Real Madrid, Prime Man United, Prime Barcelona, AC, etc., you're now going to places where you're not the only main man. The levels are up. Everyone's a star. Everyone's a madness. You know, you hear players talk about when they go in the change room in that AC Milan team, you're seeing Seedorf, you're seeing Ronaldinho, you're seeing... That's what I'm saying. So that's why it's always been a thing of, yes, I can do this in these clubs, but going to do it at the tier 1 clubs and dealing with everything that comes with, the average level is higher. So training is harder. Getting into that team is harder. You're now a smaller fish in a a crazy pond, to use the metaphor, right? And the pressure there is very, very different. So if you don't, the pressure for winning the Champions League at Chelsea, yeah, Abramovich came and created that culture. But bro, let's not compare it to the club that's won the Champions League 10 times. And even forget Galacticos, Real Madrid had a long history and culture of being winners and being top of the game. You come and play for Real Madrid in the last 50 years, you're a top boy in this game, full stop.
Okay.
So when we're saying that him going to win the Champions League at Real Madrid is not any different to winning the Champions League at Chelsea, on paper, you're right. But as football people,
as institutions,
as institutions, to go there and do your thing at that club, at that high level, it was like going to Man United back in the day. People used to say, you go to Man United, you go to training. If you can't last in the rondo, bruv, come out. Just from going to the rondo, it was like going to that team them times. It was like going to Wenger's team. And even for a period, we were saying people come to Clubs Liverpool, they can't hack it. They need 4 months to even get into the team. So that's the levels in the game. So he did it at Chelsea. I've done it in the Prem. It's great. But at that time, it was still, let me go to Real Madrid and do the same thing around Madrid with all those people around me.
So
because when he got to Real, who was there?
just like realistically, who was there?
2019-20.
What, Ramos, Benzema,
Bruv.
Ronaldo gone.
Yeah,
Ronaldo just left, didn't it? So he was basically...
I'm going to tell you right now. So, Ramos was still there. Varane, Hazard, Cruz,
Casemiro.
Benzema, Modric, Bale, Casemiro, Valverde. Who else was there? James Rodriguez. So, you know.
So in a weird... So my question wasn't crazy because Coker seems to be the only one that's giving me a decent answer. So so what you're saying from an expectation and a pressure standpoint is two different things, right?
Yeah.
I would argue it's not. I would argue because of Abramovich, it's not okay.
So there's that. Sorry, but it's also the team as well. So when you go to those bigger teams,
because
wait, let me finish. When you go to those bigger teams, yeah, the quality of the team, the players that are there, again, that level's gone up. So everything about achieving there is harder.
Arguably, it
No, because
wasn't.
check it.
It wasn't up that
I understand
much.
what you're saying about Abramovich. Abramovich can have that expectations, but at Real Madrid, it goes down to the fans. Like
Have you seen Chelsea fans?
No, but they're not like Real Madrid.
They're not like Madrid.
Chelsea fans would never boo Hazard. He went to Real Madrid, could have those same performances, be dead in the Champions League semi-final, he getting booed next game.
Because they Cristiano Ronaldo
because of the expectations. Like that's what we're saying. That's where the difference
and
is.
the pressure in the squad is different. As John said, when you're at Madrid, if you're not performing, you're coming out. At Chelsea, he's the best player. He's staying in. And the thing is, even with Chelsea, he won the Champions League with them. Real Madrid, they won the Champions League without him, even though he was in their team. They didn't need him. He was injured. They're still winning Champions Leagues.
But this still doesn't make sense because he didn't play.
But they still won the Champions League without him.
So you lot keep on talking about him like he had a full career at Real Madrid.
You're missing the bit I said though.
I get
the reason why. I'm saying the reason why it's valid. The reason why it's valid. He got injured. I get that, but then it doesn't mean it didn't happen. He didn't play there. He didn't have the effect of Real Madrid. Whether it's his fault or not,
can't hold that against him, man.
I'm not holding it against him, but it's a fact.
But it's not comparing. You lot are saying
I don't think it's a slight on his career.
You lot are saying, but look, when he's at Chelsea, you wouldn't get booed and da da da. He didn't even have a chance to do anything at Real Madrid.
Like we don't. Example,
I get what you lot are saying. I get it because I see it. Their fans are mad.
Yeah.
Cool, and their expectations mad. But he didn't even get the chance to do anything.
Okay, let me phrase it differently. Let me phrase it the other way around. For me, Eden Hazard was a top player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely top player. But if his Real Madrid period had gone anything like his two previous clubs, we would be talking about him as literally centimeters behind them two, man. That's the best way I can explain it.
Okay, but he said he's not putting them up.
He said if Real Madrid went the way that it was supposed to go.
Yeah, so you're still not putting him in the elites based on what he's done at Chelsea.
I can't put him up there with like Neymar and like Suarez and Benzema. For me, I can't.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
You're talking about the elite in world football.
Yeah.
To the side of my skull.
No, I'm saying okay, but
would you talk about Premiership
Prem
League?
as well.
No, I'll put him with the Premier Leagues. As a Premiership
Okay, so is he top 10 in the Prem ever?
Yeah, I'll say yeah. We can go into it. I don't know, but we can go into
top
it.
10 Prem ever.
I think so.
Nah, this is the
So
thing.
wait,
We need to
what do
circle
we
back.
think?
We need to circle back.
T.
We can't do this now. We can't do this now.
So what's the
Top
whole
10 Premier
Salah versus Hazard thing? Is that a thing? I've seen that quite a few. I've seen Salah versus Hazard.
Okay, I'm
That's
taking
the thing.
Salah.
Yeah.
I'm taking Salah.
Do you
all
lot
day.
are gonna take Salah?
yeah,
And I
taking
get
Salah
it.
all day.
I get taking
Because
Salah.
the numbers.
No.
The numbers are
That's
there.
what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Numbers are there.
Solely on numbers, you are always gonna take him.
100%.
But I'm telling you from
hold
now.
on,
potential
I'm telling
player
you
for
from
player.
now.
Aesthetically.
Hazard, he's
As a football player,
compared to Salah.
Hazard is
Salah
better.
can't track to
As a
Hazard.
football-
Yeah,
yeah.
you're mad.
No. You know what, T? I'm with you.
Can't track to Hazard.
No, I'm with him. He can't. As a football player, he
can't.
can't track to him.
Okay,
As a football player,
I'm not gonna lie,
Hazard is the
as a
one.
person who loves ball, it has to be Hazard.
Mm.
But if I want someone to come to my club, yeah, it has to be Salah still.
That's like a Haaland argument.
Yeah.
Numbers.
Yeah.
But
We need to circle back to this top 10.
Yeah.
No, not
Oh,
today.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
today.
this is a- yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
another.
And also, just on that, do you feel like at that time, scoring 15, 16, 17 Premier League goals and you're not a striker was top and doing it every
Oh,
season?
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But we said strikers don't even get that now. Like,
Yeah,
rarely,
okay,
so-
fine. I was just checking because someone else said the same. It's like now, Michael Owen said something cheeky today. I saw it today. He said, well, now, he said in the England team he played in, man was scoring 25, 30 goals every season
Mm-hmm.
and holding bench. Yeah, Fowler, Cole, all of them.
Yeah, all them. Ferdinand, all them.
Kevin Phillips.
He said these days you score 10 goals and they're talking about you replacing Harry Kane in the team.
No,
he's right.
No,
No,
I can't hear.
Cool, right, But Hazard.
Bruv, listen. Give me your five.
You
right
know
now.
what? He
Just
wouldn't
give
be.
me five.
He wouldn't
No,
be
give
far
me
off the top
five
10.
right now.
He wouldn't be far off the top
What,
10.
better-
To be
better
fair,
than-
Give me
he wouldn't be
five.
far off of it.
Wait, wingers
In
or
your top
players?
10.
Wingers or
I
players?
said players.
No, he said players. He said
Players.
players.
Oh,
He
no,
said
then
players.
maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
10, bro.
No, he'll
I
be
forgot
top
they
10
did the
wingers easy. He'll be top 10
wingers.
wingers.
Wingers
Wingers will be
top
top
10.
10.
But not
Yeah.
players.
Wingers, he might even be top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't, I don't think he's top 10 players, but I think wingers easy.
You don't think he's top 10 players?
Yeah.
No,
If he's not top 10 players, he's very close to it.
Yeah.
Mm,
No, I
very
don't
close
Because
to
you're
it.
going to include everyone and then
Yeah.
Alan
I
Shearer.
don't know, but I'm not
and-
putting like centre backs above him and stuff.
I'm not
like
having-
that.
I don't
Why
need
not?
to. I don't
That's
need
what
to.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
exactly what I was
No,
going to
but
say.
man,
You're
don't
gonna-
need to.
You're going to say Rio, which is obviously,
Mm.
yeah, he's a baller, but we're talking
Okay,
about
cool.
different
Like,
kind of
Om-
players.
Omri,
though.
Ronaldo,
Aguero.
Suarez, Aguero,
Aguero, yeah, Yaya,
Kane.
yeah. Right.
Bruv, we'll get to 10 quickly.
Kane over Hazard.
Of course, you got
Brother,
to.
no.
Got
Players.
to.
Come on.
Got
yeah.
to.
Yes. Yeah.
You lot.
How many golden boots? How many golden boots
Nah.
have you slapped?
We got to do. We
Man,
got
alright.
to do. Next international break, we're doing this. I don't
Yeah,
care.
we're
We're doing
Yeah.
this.
Harry Kane is
What
not
are
top
top
10.
our top 10
Yeah.
players
You
You
said
said
of-
five,
yeah.
innit?
in the
You just said
Prem?
five,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
You just said five.
I said we could rattle off 5 quickly. Harry Kane has to be in there.
So you said Kane, who?
Omri,
I don't
Go
think
on.
you get to
Aguero.
As a
Go on.
I
player,
don't think
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
taller.
Yeah,
I don't think you
Suarez.
get
I think you get to
15.
10.
Now
though.
go sick. Go on.
Rooney,
Rooney. Go on.
uh,
Just off the top of your head, because
Yeah.
I don't know. So
I think
no, I'm not gonna try and do
don't know,
my
yeah.
top 10 now, innit? So
Have we said
just
Salah yet?
because I want to see
no, we ain't said Salah.
where the
Yeah.
drop
Gerrard.
comes, and then that's where I'm
Salah,
gonna get you.
Lampard.
Gerrard.
KDB.
Okay, that's where we'll get. That's where we'll get a bit. That's where you get a bit because Salah, you can't tell me Salah's. He's numbers, yeah, but
That's why he's there. Though.
Player.
Numbers.
Lampard
Yeah.
As of
I'm not
numbers.
putting Lampard there. You know how I feel about Lampard.
because of
Lampard,
numbers.
I ain't putting him there.
But numbers count.
It does count,
Yeah.
but it counts
you have
how
to, you
much.
have to season
though.
it with some.
Yeah,
I'm not
with
putting Lampard there.
something.
I don't care. Yaya. Yeah, man, they said Yaya.
Yeah,
I'll lock off this
yeah,
thing
I
now, you
know.
know.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh.
He said, yeah.
No, I think
But
we should. I think we should
but-
all go away and come back with a top 10.
I'm
And
happy to do
He's
that.
right
So
around
wingers,
there.
he's in.
For me, he's
top
right
five.
around there.
Easy.
Wingers, he's in
Easy.
5.
Yeah, wingers he's in.
Cool.
I don't even. Can I name
We,
number
we,
4?
we can bend the rules for you. It's
Name
fine.
number 4.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just
Ronaldo.
checking that one. But
Giggs.
yeah, 10.
Yeah, he's a winger. He was a winger at United.
That's the first one, yeah.
Ronaldo, Hazard, Salah,
Gigs.
Giggs,
Gotta put
Say
it
the
there.
right name, bro.
Robin. I think you can put Robin in there.
Robin?
Arjun Robin, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have him top 5.
Don't know if I
Bro, he was moving nuts for Chelsea.
Don't know if I the gigs. Top 5.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Where we putting Mahrez? Top 10.
Yeah, you got to.
You make top 5 for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
No, not above Hazard and them.
No, Hazard's already there.
Oh, he's already there, but
So what, Mahrez ain't better than you wouldn't have him over Giggs?
I'd
Nah.
have Mahrez over Giggs.
no.
Easy.
I wouldn't.
Easy. Gigs.
Just come
But
on,
you got to take longevity into account.
No,
as
man.
well.
This is what I'm saying.
No, man.
This is why
Because
we
a
need-
man
no,
played
but
1,000
you need
games.
criteria. You need a set criteria.
Yeah.
What did I say to you the other day? When we were talking about the legends team.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's longevity. What, just because man hung around?
No, but
Because man played Burnley 100
But
times.
the thing, no, but it's easy to like if a man comes and does it for 2-3 years and bounces compared to a man that's done it for 10, 12 years. Is that not
Yeah,
better?
gigs weren't rubbish.
He weren't
No,
rubbish.
he weren't
We're saying top
rubbish,
5
but-
Prem wingers.
Hey, what about
He-
Bex?
But he played centre mid for a long time.
No, he played
Nah,
right.
he was on-
He
he was
was
on
on
the
the
wing.
wing. Right. Him and Gary Neville, the duo.
Yeah, that was it.
Ooh, yeah, we got to do that one. We got to do that one. Okay, all right. All right. All right, well,
That was
Eden.
good, man. That was good. I enjoyed that.
you see the love.
Enjoy your retirement.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah, but
honest,
big up Eden, man.
Well,
Yeah, big
well,
up.
we could do a whole pod, to be honest. On that stuff, because
For real.
some of the goals he scored, that goal against, was it against Tottenham? The rest of the title.
Mm.
Tottenham,
And you know
Liverpool,
what? I swear that
Arsenal.
was the
Yeah.
that was the season that they played whack.
Yes, it was.
And they just turned up. It's like he just said, I'm turning up.
Yeah. I remember.
It was mad.
You like ain't winning.
I remember Chelsea fans. They don't like Tottenham fans. There's a little yes. They were like, don't let them win the title. And yeah,
And,
top
and, this,
wins.
and this speaks to his genius. Brand just turned out last game of the season. Said, you know what? Watch this.
He could've- not me, not me. No. Yeah, we're gonna miss him, man. Gonna miss him. All right, moving on. The Beckham documentary. Who's I know that was still sorry. Who's seen it?
Yeah.
Apart from me and Keith. You lot ain't seen it?
I
You know
wanna
you do
see
a
it.
football podcast, innit? Like,
No,
you
yeah,
know
but-
that.
No, but what?
yeah.
Okay, but what am I gonna see on there that I've not already seen or
No,
heard
I
about?
want to watch it.
No,
I'm gonna
but
watch
that-
it. 'cause
it's
I haven't got
there-
round to
there-
it.
there-
That's made me need to. Cause I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, but I just didn't.
I think
see a need to watch
No,
it.
you know what's interesting? I think no, that's a good point. There's some stuff I forgot. You know the biggest thing the documentary did for me? Put things in the right timeline,
Okay.
in order. Because
Okay.
there's stuff that I remember, but I don't remember them being when they happened and all that kind of stuff.
And he's quite candid, like him and Victoria.
Do you want
quite
to tell you
open
also
about
why I didn't watch it? To watch the overlap. His interview on the overlap.
Yeah,
Nah,
it still
it
doesn't
goes-
do
yeah, it
it.
goes
You know,
deeper.
I want to
It goes
watch it.
deeper.
I've
I
definitely got
understand
flavour.
that.
At least you got
I understand
flavour. Yeah.
But I seen something
Yeah.
or a kind of like an insight from him
Mm.
into the documentary.
I don't know about you, but also there's bare stuff I forgot. I forgot Glenn Hoddle threw him under the bus like that.
Yeah,
Nah.
but we were
memory
young
of Glenn
though.
Hoddle
Like, yeah.
is the stuff that happened when he got fired.
Yeah.
Obviously, I remember him kicking out and all the madness, effigy, people wishing cancer on his kids and all that.
It was Hoddle
nonsense.
that stoked the fire.
But I forgot
I
that he
forgot that.
literally.
Post-match interview,
Yeah.
like fresh.
Oh, yeah.
But
Glenn
then,
Hoddle was outspoken, you know.
But then if
He's moved like
if
Ten Hag.
he's probably just hot under the
Nah,
collar.
Yeah.
and-
nah, I'm not having it.
I don't respect it, but I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
players
you can
get sent off all the time, yeah.
Mm.
Granted, it's a quarter final of the World Cup and whatnot, but he just came out and said, "Yeah, the stupid boy, and if he didn't get sent off, we might have won." That's basically what he said.
Yeah.
Can't do
Yeah.
that.
These
Like,
times, you went to penalties, bruv.
Yeah,
You
Like,
could have won on
yeah.
penalties.
Like there was no kind of.
It's not like he got sent off and you
Yeah.
got slapped 5-0. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But no,
for me, it
Mm.
kind of like I didn't realize how good he was in it.
yeah,
Like,
same.
'cause I think when you kind of grow up with a career, apart from like Messi and Ronaldo and
Yeah.
stuff, and like he had a lot of furore kind of off the pitch, you kind of forgot how good he was.
Yeah.
And like they show clips of like certain like the Greece game. Like I watched that game, I didn't realize how good he was in that game.
Why? Okay, so why do you think that is? Why do you think that?
off the field.
Because
Yeah.
that's a
All because
common.
of the off field.
because that's a
All
common-
people forget that.
That is a common kind of
Because
form.
I think because of the off the field brand, you just kind of forget what he done on the pitch. And I think
True,
because
he doesn't get his flowers for his ability. He doesn't get his flowers for
But
what
he
done on
was
the pitch.
playing week in, week out and doing a madness.
You know what I think is, Isaac? You know what? When I watch him play, yeah, he's very unorthodox, right? So he doesn't like do step over. So he
not
was a winger that
silky.
didn't go past people. He just didn't do certain things.
He played to his strengths.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
And I agree. But I think some of that, and then plus the off-field stuff, I think all of that, if he was a guy that was, you know, killing defenders, going to the byline or busting stuff over here and there, we would see more of those clips. But if you put like Beckham clips together, you're likely going to see most of the, and they're sick, don't get me wrong, but you're going to see him slapping the ball from the right wing.
Yeah.
Right? Well, no, which is sick, but you know what it's like. It's,
Yeah, putting it
wanna
on
see
people's
tricks,
foot,
yeah, and all of that.
Yeah.
But
Fam,
Putting it on.
Yeah.
fam,
Like,
from angles, you're not supposed to be able to.
fam. I haven't seen no one do that since. But I haven't seen no one do those kind of crosses since Beckham until like Pogba.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one in the World Cup when he done a madness, dropped the shoulder and then slapped it, bruv? He was facing with his left shoulder to the byline and he whipped the ball onto man's foot.
Yeah.
Right in front of the goal. I ain't seen that since Beckham.
Bro, there was one Beckham one, I think he did at Real Madrid to R9.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking
about. It looked
about.
like someone had a remote control on the side and just turned the ball at the last minute. It literally went down the line and then went round. He just did amazing things. His consistency. I didn't realize how many goals he scored as well. And I also rate the fact that he, even though he seems quite softly spoken and all that, he did what he wanted to do. He wasn't having it. And it was kind of like, look, forget the off-field stuff. When I come to training, he almost, I was watching it, it's going to sound like a reach here, but he almost was like the first person to get that kind of treatment that Pogba and them lot got later. In terms of, you're off the field, your hairstyle,
you're
this.
Watch the overlap.
I watched it.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah, I watched it.
So
so when you hear Roy Keane and the man saying, no, it didn't matter, because when he came to training,
he was
on.
You
know, and even Gary Goody Two Shoes never was even saying like, no matter what's going on in his life, an hour before the game, he's in the game, right? So and then all the off-field stuff. So for me, it was interesting. The other thing I took from it was Fergie. Now,
listen,
I've never.
We spoke about
this is
that.
going to be blasphemous to say on the mic and that, but I've rated Fergie as a manager, but I've never rated him as Fergie the guy. The way people
talk about him,
yeah, because even just some of the stuff he used to say and do, he was very old school and stuff. But we just saw how far it went. The guy was on his honeymoon, and Fergie called him halfway through and said, "You need to come back." I'm watching this thing saying, and Gary Neville was there like,
come back to what? To train?
Yeah. He was on a 10-day honeymoon. He was there 5 days.
Yeah, called him.
What, pre-season or?
Yeah, bro. Because he didn't get
because he wanted to make him know that. Listen,
there was a power struggle.
Yeah, and it's like, well, hold on. And then Gary Neville
said, "I'm the boss," basically.
Yeah. And Gary Neville said after, that was very Alex Ferguson thing to do, let you know who's boss. Bro, that's not letting me know who's boss. Let's keep it. Man's on his honeymoon. All that does is just stoke things.
Yeah.
Was the whole, remember what I put in the group about Fergie, what Fergie said in regards to the agent? And they
talked about it
in the documentary.
Yeah, they talked about it, but not as much as they talked about an overlap. What do you think?
Yeah.
They didn't really delve into it.
They didn't delve into
it too much, but he just basically made a point of saying, I weren't doing that. And there were just plenty of times where everyone else seemed to fall in line. And the people that didn't.
No, like it's my life.
Keane,
I need to take control.
And you can still see Roy Keane still. Roy Keane doesn't rate Fergie the person anymore.
No.
You can tell.
He didn't never rated him.
No, but I think until they had the issues
from when he left.
He rated Fergie the person and the manager. But I think since then, obviously the way they felt like, when he left and he went to Celtic and that. So he'll talk about the manager, but as you saw in that Gary Neville overlap bit, Roy Keane is... Beckham's still respectful. Roy Keane's like, no, he's just trying to exert power. He just comes out with it. So it was just, that was an interesting bit for me, just to see how Fergie moved, how the other players moved with Fergie. Because every time Beckham said something, you had the two Nevilles come along, well, the boss, it was very much a contrast. Yeah, so that was the thing, that, and then just piecing together all the different bits in a nice timeline. Because you know how you remember it.
Yeah.
And when you're an Arsenal fan as well.
That's what I felt.
Oh, wicked. I can't wait to watch it. Man. Sounds good.
It's just going to bring back everything that I already know.
Yeah.
So it's
good, but you're seeing it from his eyes.
Yeah.
And like, it's mad how much he loves football. Like,
you
you talk about,
you can tell that.
You can tell that,
bro.
You can tell that.
He loves football. Like, it's bonkers.
I forgot something else. The other thing as well is the way we've been not sold the story, but like he was a really talented youth. So, bro, his dad wrote to every club, got every video of him playing and sent it. Said, "Listen, my boy's good. Come and watch him, innit? Come and watch him." Said he's got 1,400 games of Beckham as a kid. VHS.
Is it?
Yeah. Recorded all of his games.
Yeah, his dad put in the work. Don't get me wrong, he was good, but his dad put in that work to make sure. So we talk about parents now doing the most with the Instagrams. Nah, he was.
But wasn't he at one of those famous clubs where everyone gets scouted? Yeah, Senrab. He wasn't at Senrab.
But even before that, he was. It was the local boys club. And, so it's little things like that we wouldn't know.
And the mum would come in and be like, "Oh, don't shout at him." And he's like, "No, he needs it."
Yeah. Like his dad used to go ham. Put it on the penalty spot. You missed again. You know the typical dad story.
I remember
Venus
watching something, an interview with Beckham, and they were at a cage, and he had these cones set up like the edge of the D, right? And the dad used to make him whip the ball from one end to the other, and he had to follow the line of the cones. And that this was Beckham. This is what he's saying. This is how he used to practice his curve.
only skills.
And his dad would make him do it.
And all night, his
Rep
dad's like,
after rep after rep.
guys like, "Are you too hard at him?" His dad looked at the camera like, "Oh,
Okay.
look at
Yeah.
him now. What you asking me stupid questions for?
Yeah.
We out here." And
But
then
yeah,
some-
like the struggles with like Real Madrid as well, like when he first got there.
Mm.
Like, normally they talk about something happens in training. So he's like, first training session, Ronaldo's got the ball, so I'm trying to impress. So I go sliding in, try to get the ball off him.
What?
And he just chops me. And normally it just stops there, but they had a video footage of it. And you see Beckham do a slide.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo's like,
you know, like send man to Tesco.
like
He's
proper
gone-
chopped him.
He's gone British Bulldog sliding in. Ronaldo just
Move the ball. Like, bruv, what's going on?
like, it's Real Madrid. There's probably
Yeah.
1,000 people there watching.
And that's where you talk about expectations. And
Yeah, and the club, look,
yeah.
they got footage from the training session. Chelsea, you ain't got that. There's probably people in the stand at
No,
training
but
sessions. That's the difference.
Galactico
That's
era.
different.
Oi,
That's the
Madrid.
difference.
He said
That's
that's
Madrid.
different.
He said the way they edit is sick as well. He said, I wanted to, it's Real Madrid, Galacticos. I wanted to arrive quietly, just come in and do my thing. Cut the next thing. Motorcade.
Yeah.
two bikes, two beds, him. But he said it was like a concert. And then again, there's things we think we know. I didn't realize at the time, basically, outside of like football in Spain, no one cared about the rest of them. And I didn't clock that because to us, they're the Galacticos, right? Bro, when they went on the trips, on the preseason trips to China and all that, bro, no one was asking for Zidane. No one was asking for them, man. It was Beckham.
No, I've heard about that. Yeah, I've seen.
But
I've seen another documentary where they
That
spoke
didn't
about
compete
it.
to me because I was like,
Yeah.
to us,
Beckham-
man,
Nah,
those guys
Beckham
were
was-
there.
Beckham was
was-
my guy though. Back
Yeah.
in the day. He just
Yeah.
wasn't an Arsenal player, but
Yeah,
he was my guy though.
Yeah.
But you know,
Beckham
like,
was the
in that
commercial
team,
star.
Yeah, but that's why-
Ronaldo's. I
that's
thought
one of the reasons
everyone
why
had
they signed
that
him.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah, Perez was like, he's a good player, but commercially,
He's
he
ridiculous.
can bring
Yeah.
me some.
And he was very
some
upfront
cheddar.
about
Yeah,
that. He's like, oh yes, we'll double our revenue.
yeah, like calm.
I just said it.
Yeah.
He didn't say, oh, he's a great addition to
No
the team.
brainer.
He just said it will double our revenue.
Yeah.
Did Beckham go into his business side and what he's done, or is it just purely about football?
He touches on it a little bit. So you see some candid stuff early on where he's like, oh, I got my first Adidas deal and I took that money straight and went and bought M3.
Yeah.
He said he just...
Yeah.
and then he talks about how much money it is. So he gives you a bit of content. He got 50 grand for his Adidas deal then.
Yeah,
So you think you're raw. Those
doing the,
times,
yeah, like
etc.
doing the modeling
And then Gary
stuff.
Neville was
Then they
like,
talk about his spending and and all of that.
He was the kind of player that would live check to check because he was just taking his money,
Yeah.
spending it
elsewhere.
but he was turning up
Mm.
and playing and securing that.
Yeah.
more.
The next.
And I think the other interesting thing you see is the family side of it. So again, in my head, it's all calm, innit? She's a musician, she travels the world, she gets it. Nah, bro. Every time he wanted to move club, he was like, what? Where are we going? Spain was mad for her.
Yeah.
When they went to LA, she loved it. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to Paris, innit?
Mm.
No, he's going
No,
to
he had to
Milan,
Milan,
going to
innit?
AC
Milan,
Milan.
And she's like,
And he
what?
was, yeah, so like, at times you had to make selfish decisions. But now, look at his
Yeah.
CV.
And it's mad. Like
crazy.
she said that she was not into football, and you think, well, you got to be a little bit into football, innit?
Mm.
She told him she was pregnant the night before the quarterfinal against Argentina,
Yeah.
and like, I didn't believe her when she's like, I wanted to. You don't. Biggest game of his career,
Yeah.
because he was 23.
Yeah.
He was 23. First World Cup,
Yeah.
quarterfinal. Oh yeah, I'm pregnant.
That's another thing.
Like, imagine that the night before.
Bro, that's another thing that didn't strike me onto that point. All of this stuff that they were showing us, he was only 22, 23.
Mm.
All of that stuff. In my
Yeah.
head, he was older when that Argentina thing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's a good documentary. There was a little bit of PR spin, but he was pretty candid. They touched on the whole affair allegations piece as well.
Briefly.
Literally
Briefly.
touched.
Yeah, very
I heard-
brief.
I
Yeah.
heard it was
Literally touched.
bit techie.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I think it's a good documentary, and then obviously it leads into the whole Inter Miami and Messi and all of that, which is really the crowning of the
And
whole
we've
thing.
got that documentary coming now as well.
The Messi one.
Yeah. About getting him
How
there,
he got,
man.
how I brought
Yeah.
Messi
I watched
in,
3
yeah.
episodes.
Mm.
Messi's in it for about 32 seconds, bruv. Like,
Mm.
it's just a PR machine thing. Watch it. It's alright, bro.
Yeah, I like sports documentaries, man. Like, especially people you don't really kind of have access to in it. Like this day and age, we got a lot of access.
Yeah,
to
yeah. So them
people,
guys then.
So yeah, it's good, man.
No, it's
Yeah,
good
yeah,
documentary.
like,
Check it
I'll
out.
recommend it. Watch it.
We should have put a spoiler alert at the beginning, but never mind. So just a quick look forward. Actually, no, wait. No. We've got another.
There's a big. Yeah, let's.
Yeah, we got time. We got
Yeah,
time.
we got time.
We got
Alright,
time for this.
we got two. There's two. But let me do the flagrant one first. I'm just gonna say, yeah, like I've known the man them a long time, innit? But you lot come up with some real nonsense at times. So apparently, there's a conversation to be had about Rio Ferdinand compared to Virgil van Dijk. I don't even think there's a convo there. I'm happy to just have a drink while you lot talk about this. I don't think there's a convo, personally.
I haven't.
Is there a convo to be had?
All I'm saying, all I'm saying,
Yeah, go on.
is a professional footballer who has played against the both of them said
Played with one of them as well.
played with one of them, trained with him day in day out, and then played against the other. Has said that Virgil was the best defender ever.
Who?
Wait, hold on.
Virgil.
No. Who said it?
Before that, can I just say,
I'm not telling you what
Who
I'm
said
saying.
it? Who said
ladies and gentlemen of the jury, can I
I'm
just
just
say,
saying what he said.
Isaac is playing fast and loose with the term played with and played against. Can you give us the position and name of this professional footballer?
Okay, so he played in goal.
Yeah. All right.
No, hold on. If a goalie is playing with a centre
but
back
who
who plays
is
in
it?
front of him, they have a very tight
Who
relationship.
is it?
It's Ben Foster.
Oh my
Why have you
God.
ruined my reveal, big man?
Sorry, bro. I thought you were
I'm
saying
doing the roll-up.
Oh,
Doing the
no,
roll-up.
Are you serious?
Sorry, I
Ben
apologize.
Foster
Yeah,
is
so it's
No
Ben
disrespect to
Foster.
Ben
the
Foster.
sub goalkeeper. He didn't play with Rio. What's he doing?
No,
He's on the
listen,
bench.
He didn't play with Rio. He didn't train with Rio. He wasn't training with the first. Probably wasn't goalkeeping.
Yeah,
coach.
back then goalkeepers played
Done.
trained by themselves.
Yeah, bruv. He wasn't. He didn't
You said
know.
he was in a drop volley to the first team. Yeah. So look, I think Virgil van Dijk has been a fantastic defender. But I just feel man get carried away when it's time to start comparing him against the greats of the Premier or just the greats of the time he's played, right?
I think he's a victim of his own success a little bit.
I agree.
Oh, shut up.
Why?
What-
You know what I'm going to
No,
say.
he's a top,
You know
top
what I'm
defender.
gonna
No, why?
say. So like he was good like his last 2 years at Southampton, kind of understated because it was Southampton. Why? I'm not making a comparison. I'm not making a comparison.
Oh, okay.
It's getting hot in there, fam.
I'm not making a comparison. I would say when he came to Liverpool before the injury, he was performing at an elite level week in, week out. And because he's playing at such a high level, after his injury, everyone's expecting him to go back to that level. He hasn't gone back to an elite level. He's gone back to a top centre-back level. But because everyone's saying, because everyone's expecting that elite level pre the knee injury, everyone's like knocking everything he does. Like I'm saying he's a victim of his own success.
Can I just ask
but
one
wait.
question?
So what's your position on it though? So what's your...
No, Rio was a better defender.
Okay,
Like, that's
fine.
it. Like,
We're not, this is not
Yeah,
a,
no,
this is
obviously
not a Virgil
Rio's-
van Dijk assessment. This is
Rio's
Rio
better,
versus
obviously.
Vinny.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
Rio's
so
better.
everyone-
Can I just-
no,
everyone's
I'm saying
Rio.
that's
Can I
why
just
that's
ask
why
one
the
question?
conversation is being asked.
Why? You shouldn't even been asked.
Nah, it can't.
No,
be
it shouldn't have been asked.
I-
It shouldn't have been
I
asked.
didn't ask
Yeah.
it.
The
He
man
asked
won
it.
one Premier League,
Yeah.
one Champions
Oh,
League.
the
Why
man
are we
asked
talking
it.
about one of the best
I have-
defenders ever put on English?
I have one question.
What?
Has Rio ever been nominated for the Ballon d'Or?
Allow it.
Like, no. Furthermore, has he finished top 3?
Allow it, man. Allow it, man.
So are you saying Virgil?
No, I'm saying Rio, but I'm just asking.
Is it?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just asking a question.
But I do think that he does get a little bit of
No, he's getting a lot of stick now.
no. But
There's
like, I
evolution.
think before the injury, he was up there with them top guys.
Yeah.
I'd have put him on the same level as Rio and all them. Even
And
though
then-
I'll
and
still
then you
put
need
Rio
the
above him. But
consistency,
if he carried on playing at that level, for me, he was up there with them. But
Yeah.
obviously, he had the injury, and now he's come back to a level that he's not
Yeah.
up there no more.
He's playing like 9.5
But, yeah,
every
he's
week.
not-
Now
he's
he's
not allowed.
doing like he's floating between like 7s and 8.5s.
Yeah, but to your point, I don't think he's gone from elite to a top defender. I just think he's normal.
I agree.
He ain't a top defender
Not
anymore.
so
I don't
normal,
think so.
like
Normal.
Ming's normal. Like
Yeah, who would you put him with? Yeah, who would you put him with?
Or normal like Gabriel Magalhaes.
No, I think Gabriel's playing better than him.
He's playing better than him at the moment.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Not Saliba.
No.
No,
Saliba's
I
getting
think
a lot
they're
of
both
limelight.
playing better than him.
But-
I think they're both playing.
Playing
Okay,
better.
I give you.
Not better than him.
I give you who I feel like he's level with.
Playing better. I agree. Playing
I
better.
feel like he's level with Matip now. I feel like they're the same
Yo.
guys now.
You ain't been watching us. You ain't been watching us. Bruv.
No. But
You're like, I'm gonna start calling you Ben White.
Man
You don't watch
tip is
football. You don't watch football.
No.
You don't watch
Man
football.
tip is normal. Van Dijk
So
was
hold on.
elite.
So
I think he's gone
who's up
to-
there
the
with
Brighton team.
who's up there with your two centre backs then? Or
Who's
you're
up
saying
there?
they're on their own?
Who's up there?
in the Premier League right now.
Diaz.
Yeah.
There's no way you're
Tottenham-
not saying John Stones.
Stones,
Van der Ven,
Yeah, Stone, sorry.
Akanji.
Van der Ven.
Akanji,
Akanji.
Konate when he plays.
Who?
Konate.
Yeah, when he plays.
No, I say Virgil's better than Konate.
No, playing right now.
Playing right now.
He's not playing. He's not playing.
But my point is, I feel like your centre backs are all the same now.
I think Lewis
no
Dunk.
way.
I think
So
Lewis
Matip,
I think Lewis Dunk's
Konate,
better than Gabriel.
Who
Lewis Dunk.
is better than Gabriel?
Yeah.
Bro, whatever, innit? I'm not even gonna.
You're forgetting about
I'm not biting no more. I've had enough. I'm just whatever, innit?
That's
All right,
a genuine.
no.
That's a
But
genuine
even
opinion.
the reason why, so when I say things like the question should have been asked here, and look, you all know I'm not post his punditry career. I'm not Rio's biggest fan in it, but bro, this is a guy that spent 12 years at the top level, winning trophy after trophy after trophy, doing what you said Virgil did for the best part of a decade. So when you're saying, if you carried on, you'd have had to do that for 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay,
And do it for his national
That's
team.
what I'm saying.
Playing
Yeah, if you did
against
that.
some real killers up
Bruv,
front.
come on,
Don't tell me about no Van
We
Dijk.
just
man.
said
Rio-
you can't
I-
bring
I-
him.
we would agree that Rio as well.
You
Where
brought
was
him
Rio?
in the
Where was
conversation.
Rio? No, because I checked.
We're
I was
only
just
having a
checking.
conversation because of you.
Yeah, because I was just checking. I was checking the temperature, and there was a little flutter there. There was a little. No, but we can't. No, we can't.
We know, man. We don't.
Can't.
So you're saying it's clean cut?
Clean
Rio-
cut. Everyone
Can't
said
even
it's Rio
mention
clean
it.
cut, but
Can't mention him.
Clean cut.
Can't.
for a couple of seasons there, Virgil was playing
6
at
Premier
that level.
Leagues, brother. I don't want to hear it.
For a couple of seasons, he was
Six.
playing at that level.
6 Premier Leagues. 6.
So look, so is it crazy for me to say he's dropped down to a normal level now? Because he was.
He's not.
I don't think it's normal.
He's not
I won't say it's normal.
He's not normal.
I'm not
He's
gonna
not
lie.
normal.
He's above normal.
And this no banter, no agenda. I watch him now, and I'm like, ooh. Like even the first half against Brighton, he just does stuff now that he never did. He gets pulled out of position. He hesitates. He backs off people. Whereas before, if you got into that final third, yeah, and Virgil even looked at you, bruv, you lose the ball. It was long. Now he just does stuff, and I'm like, who are you? No, seriously, who are you?
But
And
you
you're
don't
right,
think
maybe because it's
confidence,
Virgil.
confidence, you don't think confidence and the injuries don't play a
Again,
part in
I
that?
think there's all very valid reasons,
Mhm.
but unfortunately, this is sport. So
That's
I'm
what
going to
we're
compare
seeing.
you
It is where it is.
to who you are. Do you understand what I'm saying? And at one point, they used the word, he was imperious. Like, he stepped on the pitch. It just made a massive difference. Now, I just see him and he just looks uncertain. And of course, you get to a certain age, to be honest, that injury, I was worried he weren't going to come back.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
that
lie,
was disgusting.
Like, when
Yeah,
you see
Pickford-
it, it's
Pickford ruined his career.
Bro,
that was
oh, yeah,
that was
100%.
horrible.
Like,
That
me
was
and you need to
horrible.
muck up in the bar
Even
and
get a
get
yellow card.
accidentally on
Have a few
purpose.
words, a little
So
straightener.
it's not even like I don't want to see him like this. Like I don't want to see him like this. And I
I'm
think-
not worried about him, to be fair.
No, I don't think anyone's worried about him. But it's a shame because we saw like the career arc.
trajectory,
Yeah, and it was a madness, and he did it relatively later, right? If you think about where he got to that level, then started playing for Netherlands and all of that, so he kind of needed to squeeze every last year out of it, and it's just not being the same. And I don't think it's a coincidence that you guys then went through that patch where you just weren't as secure at the back. I don't think it's a coincidence
But it's
because
still
the
not
others haven't
because
stepped up.
he hasn't got a partner that's
Yeah.
consistently there with
And
him.
a lot of times
And that
you
doesn't
have
help.
to when
I
you have
think,
this.
I think with Kwanzaa, I think you'll find that. Hopefully, Van Dijk's taking him under his wing, and I hope that
Quanta and Konate.
will be our new pairing.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I thought at one point it might be him and Joe Gomez at centre back, etc. But whenever you see these defenders that we rate, and become, I was going to say the word legends, that would have been a nice segue, but there's always a partnership. It's never a one man by himself. When you talk about Terry, there's Carvalho's there, etc.
Ferdinand Vidic.
Exactly. So
Is he top 5 in the Premier all time?
Who, Virgil?
yeah, centre backs.
100%.
Oh, no.
100%.
I got one, and I always get funny looks about it.
Go on.
I think Ledley King's better than Virgil.
What? Blood, then that's
Are you joking?
What were you on? What are we talking about?
Wait.
No, it's done. It's
You
all
asked
done.
me
No, it's done. It's
who
done. It's
his
done.
toughest defender was.
Yeah,
He said
facts.
Ledley King.
No,
Facts.
Wait, hold on. I need to unpack
I
that.
don't-
Facts.
No, 'cause I'm gonna
Facts.
control myself. That's the problem. Okay. So are you just saying like as a player?
Yeah.
Did he play enough? Did he do it often if I'm playing enough? Or am I taking his sick note thing and
No, so when I do this whole player thing, I'm like the player at their best.
Yeah.
I think Ledley King is one of the best defenders.
Didn't even
How-
train,
in the-
though.
how long was that his best for?
How long did I don't know how long he playing for?
He
Like,
couldn't even get in the England team.
Woodgate's better than Virgil.
but that's not always
13 years. The brother played 268
but
games.
that's not always a perfect indictment though. And
Yeah.
no,
But he was playing like midfield and he started playing
He was
in
man of the
midfield.
match in the Euros against France. What are you talking about?
Then it's like,
What, was that a group game or something?
was that what in
Yeah. What do you mean if it's a group game?
Oh, yeah, 04. Was that 04? Was that 04?
No, because you pulled out that one match like it was a final or something. That's what I was asking.
No, but who often gets man of the matches for England in the,
So
in
wait,
the European
just,
Championships?
where are you actually putting Ledley King then? In the top?
Yeah.
Where,
Top five.
whereabouts?
Is he top
Yeah.
five?
Where are you putting number one?
No, it's not number one. No, it's not number one.
So what? Yeah, he said top
Right,
five.
let's
isn't
go
it?
number one.
He's in the
So-
top 5.
I think you got to go
Actually, don't do it in order. Just give me 5. And I want to see.
Rio,
Yes.
Terry,
Yeah.
Stam.
I'm not.
No, I'm not having Stam.
Are you
No,
not having
yes.
Stam?
No,
I'm not having
I'm not
Stam.
Stam.
Not in my top.
Nah, he's
No.
older than us, innit? Go on.
No, but how long was Stam?
It
at
weren't long enough.
United?
Yeah, it weren't long
Yeah,
enough.
it's a bit.
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
can't hear that from
Two-
you.
Yeah.
But he done a job though.
Wasn't it long
Okay, go
enough?
on. So you said Rio,
Rio, who did I say? Rio,
Terry,
Stam,
Terry,
yeah.
Terry, King, Vidic.
I'm not having.
Sol Campbell.
Oh yeah, I forgot Sol. Sorry, yeah.
Tony
forgot.
Adams.
No, Tony Adams. Get out of here.
Boy, I'm not.
Yeah.
Tony.
You're not having him.
No, I'm not.
I think there's people before him, man.
Yeah.
It's too romanticized, the whole Tony Adams
Keown.
thing.
I even like.
Vidic is in the top 10.
Keown.
Not
If he
Vidic.
doesn't commentate ever
Van
again,
Dijk,
yeah.
Van
He's an
Dijk is in the
invincible.
top 10, but he's not in
Yeah.
my top 5.
Company.
Top 10?
What? He ain't in the top
Ledley
5?
King
No,
over
Company's on
Vincent
top
Company.
Yeah. Oh, well.
If
You might need to go watch Ledley King tapes. That's what I'm saying. Like, do some homework. Go
what,
watch.
tapes, it'll be one. It'll be one tape.
Nah, man.
So,
No, I rate Ledley King,
so
man. Come on, man.
you
Top
rate
5, bro.
King over Sol.
No, I'll take Vidic out. Put Soul in for Vidic. Ledley King's got to be in there. Ledley King was a bad man. I don't care what anyone says.
This is mad.
Yeah,
we gotta
well,
do this.
I wasn't expecting this. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
Mhm.
Vidic.
We need to do
King
these.
over Vidic.
Ledley. Like,
21 appearances
you
for
see,
England in 8 years.
Told you, Hardy played. He hardly played.
In
Don't matter,
8
man.
years.
Bro, the
Don't
guy made his
matter.
debut in 1998 and retired in 2012, and he made
It don't
268
matter, man.
appearances.
Ledley King was a bad man. I don't care.
I'm not disputing
He was a
the
good
fact that
player.
He was a good
player.
Yeah,
player.
he was a good player, but we're saying
but-
top 5
No
ever
way.
in the Prem.
I'm saying
Centre backs.
I will stand on this. Like, I don't care.
He's on the ledge.
And there's even people like, what was that Man United defender, the Argentinian one? And he wanted to go Liverpool.
Oh, Heinz.
Gabriel Heinze.
I don't.
Yeah. Did he play left back? He played
Left back.
centre back.
He played
Left
left
back.
back.
You can play
Yeah,
centre back.
yeah,
He played centre back for Argentina more, innit?
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, we need to do it. Okay. All right. All right. So right.
Wait, was he a legend for Tottenham?
Oh.
King.
Good link.
Good link.
Good link. I mean, anyone could be a legend for a loser club.
Wait,
Like,
hold
they don't win
on,
anything.
hold on.
They
Who's
don't
a
win
better defender? Well, Woodgate or King?
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Didn't see Madrid knocking on his door, man.
But did you see what Woodgate done when he went to Madrid?
Same thing as Hazard. Same thing as Hazard.
Doesn't
Really.
matter.
Same
He
thing.
made the call.
He played well after
He made
that.
the
He
call.
did all right after that.
So Thomas Graveson's better than a lot of
Graverson's
central
a
midfielders.
bad boy, you know.
Nah, get out of it.
I rate Gravison.
I respect Gravison a little bit.
I respect him.
I think Tottenham fans would say he is a legend.
But how? Yeah, you just gotta hang around for a bit there, innit?
Wow.
No, but legend
All right.
is different for different clubs. It
All right.
is.
So let me give the listeners some context. As usual, Isaac brought a conversation to the
wasn't me.
to the WhatsApp group.
It was me.
Oh, was it you? Oh,
Yeah, I said
sorry,
that,
sorry.
Usually is me, but it wasn't.
some character assassination going on there. Sorry.
That's some time.
What was the original question you asked? I want to frame the
So it
conversation.
was
Seamus Coleman.
Seamus Coleman. He was asked,
Yes.
"Are you a Everton legend?"
And because he's a sensible person, he said,
Very sensible.
So he said he can't consider himself an Everton legend because he hasn't won a trophy with said club.
Yeah. Now, in the true spirit of being biased, yeah, I heard something today that totally ruins my argument, but I'm going to tell you that after the conversation. Right. So, I agree with him because for me, just hanging around long enough, we do, especially in the UK, yeah, we do this thing where if you played for a club for 300 games or you were there 10 years, one club guy, you become a legend. You might not have been that great. You just happen to be a sign of stability.
You're a club legend.
So now you become a club legend. But for me, personally, if you didn't bring any success to that club or weren't part of bringing success to that club, then what's your legend about? What is your legend?
What I would say is that for, you say success to a club, that's not always trophies.
So what we do there?
No, but some clubs, if you keep them in the league or you take them on a good run or something like that, that's better than what they've ever had. So you still you contribute to something.
Fair enough, but
there are actual legends that have won something in your
but not at every club there isn't, no?
Nah,
every club won something.
Most clubs,
pretty sure.
I can reel off 3 names.
Yeah, go on.
Here we go.
That didn't win anything.
Here we go.
He's gonna say Shearer, innit?
Yeah.
You know,
that didn't take long as well. He couldn't even let it flow. Like, go on.
No. Okay, go on. Say what you're saying.
No, so that was basically where me and T stood, and I understand it at first glance. And we've all grown up in the football thing here, so rankings is a perfect example of the two. One club man, long time, but his trophy list is ridiculous. Is it 20-something major trophies? Something stupid that no one's gonna beat again or whatever, right? So the club legend status is there, but I guarantee you, if he played for another club for that long and didn't win a thing, they would still call him a club legend. No matter how good or bad he was, just because he was there.
No, if he was good, not if he was bad. If he was good,
I don't even think there's a lot of club legends, because obviously we think about the major clubs. We support certain clubs, right?
Mm.
But in the eyes of a lot of supporters, the person's height of their game or whatever, very few of those guys were good for that whole 10 years, bro. Very few.
But the examples are, so like, in the group chat, I said Letitia. Letitia was consistently good for Southampton.
You're telling me Letitia is not a club legend?
So you can't say that Letitia is not a club legend because he hasn't won a trophy.
Do you know what it is? With these debates, you've got to always separate individual compliments with team compliments. If you're a legend, that's an individual thing. You can't say because you haven't won nothing as a team.
Okay. What individual compliments does Letitia win apart from goal of the season?
No, but he was their best player for how many? Or maybe one of the best players that we've ever had.
To what end?
To keep them in the Premier League for how many years? When if they didn't have him, got relegated.
Scored the last ever goal.
They might need to broaden their ambitions, bro. What did you say?
Said he scored the last goal at their stadium. Hey,
so say you're mocking it, bro. Hey. You're mocking it.
Wait, okay, maybe our criteria.
Are you telling me
don't meet the?
So you're telling me Alan Shearer's not a Newcastle legend. Robbie Fowler's not a Liverpool legend. You're telling me they're not club legends.
You lot are Liverpool fans, innit? So you lot can tell me.
I'm telling you. As someone born and raised in Liverpool to a point, I can tell you comfortably, Robbie Fowler's a Liverpool legend.
Okay, so
they call him God. They call him God. They call him God.
But he won trophies, so it doesn't.
He won.
No,
but even up to a certain point.
Yeah, but
before winning trophies, but even before that, they were still considering him because he was born and raised in the club, born and raised in Liverpool, leading the line, scoring goals,
which led
to. But at the end of his career, at Liverpool, he's won stuff.
Yeah. So how can you say the top goal scorer ever for a club is not a legend? I'm talking Harry Kane. How can you tell me that he is not a Tottenham legend?
As well, bro.
He is the top goal scorer ever in the club's history for the whole time.
Remember what we said though? What? We said he can be a club legend, but that's just for a loser mentality club.
Exactly. And that's what they are.
But they've won stuff though.
Who's
Tottenham
won
stuff. Tottenham have won stuff in the past.
Harry Kane.
How is the mentality of the club relevant to the fact that he's a legend for
because you use that criteria to classify a loser as one of your legends.
What did he bring there?
So is Jonathan Woodgate a bigger legend for Tottenham than Harry Kane then? Because he won something.
You have to ask a Tottenham fan, but I'll tell you what they'll say.
No,
They'll
but
say
no, you can't do that. You can't say you have to ask a Tottenham fan,
No,
but then
but
turn
we-
around and
no,
say
but
you
we
can't call
didn't
him a
say-
legend.
no,
I didn't
but
say
we
Robbie
didn't
Fowler
say-
couldn't be your
No,
legend.
I'm talking about Harry
Harry
Kane.
Kane's what
No,
legend.
no.
Harry
But
Kane.
wait, but wait,
In my eyes,
but
it's
wait,
not.
but wait.
But you
We're
just
not
said,
saying-
we just asked you, is Woodgate a legend
But
because
we're
he
not
won
saying
something with
whoever
Spurs?
wins. We're not saying whoever wins
That's what they
something
did in
with
the
the
group,
club.
didn't they?
Yeah,
They did in the
is a legend. Oh yeah, you can pick
No,
them. No,
But
Give
he
me-
asked a very
say-
simple
ask-
question.
Okay, ask a Tottenham fan. Is Gaza more of the legend
He won
And
something.
Harry Kane.
than Harry Kane? They will say Gaza. I'm telling you, it has to be.
They will say
What?
Gaza over Harry Kane.
They
But
have
you can't.
to.
But you
No way.
said the whole longevity thing. Like he wasn't at Tottenham for long.
But I think
didn't say
they would.
longevity.
I think they
No,
would.
we didn't say
though.
longevity. I said longevity is a poor excuse just because man hung around for long enough.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
we
You're
gave
do you
it- we
agree with
gave-
that? Do you agree that Gaza is a big legend for
I think
Tottenham?
Tottenham fans would say
Yeah, I
so.
think so.
No, he's asking, do you? Same way
I
you
agree.
asked
To me,
me.
he is. Yeah, to
Where
me,
To
he is.
me, he is.
Yeah.
I don't rate
No
Harry
way.
Kane for
Oh my
for
God.
score. You lot know my thing on Harry Kane. He scored
And I've
goals
said that about
for-
Shearer as well
Yeah.
before.
For what?
I've said that about Shearer
Really
before.
do. And then we'll bring it back to the Origi point. Would Harry Kane trade all of his goals for Origi's goals?
But that's a completely
No,
different
no,
conversation.
no,
that's
no,
not
that's
being
not-
a
that was a
legend,
comment.
though.
That
Yeah.
was- but
No,
answer
but that's not a legend thing.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
we,
what-
like we
No,
said,
forget that.
But
Forget
no,
that.
wait,
Forget
no,
that.
we can't forget that.
No, forget the legend thing. I'm just saying, would he? Because you lot love bringing up the goals. So would he trade all of his goals for Origi's goals?
And just
Which
for
what they
context-
meant as well. What they
Do we
done
swap
for
careers?
him.
Do we
Yeah,
swap careers?
Wait, and
basically.
just for context, the reason why I brought it up is because recently, one of my friends, who's a Liverpool fan, a very annoying one at that, he brought the whole Origi thing to my attention because obviously I'm not a Liverpool fan, never thought, but it's like you have to think about some of the goals he scored, clutch goals.
But that's
For
why I
us,
said.
he's a legend.
No,
And
that's why I said
what?
he's
not
more
a
of a
legend.
cult hero
He's a
No,
cult
not
hero.
legend.
than a legend.
not a
Like,
legend.
I'm
you got,
telling
you
you
got.
the words. I can't tell him
He's
that's
not
not
legend.
You lot,
legend.
you lot.
But we can't tell a Liverpool fan that.
came with your Newcastle brethren that was saying whatever he was saying, but we can't bring out
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Liverpool expert.
So that's
No,
why I brought
but-
Origi to the conversation. Sorry, answer the question. Answer the question.
It's a
That's
cult.
not what
It's a
Origi
cult
did.
hero. It's a cult hero thing. Like there were
We're
moments.
splitting
Cult
hairs.
heroes.
We're
No,
splitting
not.
hairs.
Cult heroes have moments
Mm.
over at a club that make them a cult hero. So like, what's his name? Will Todd, not a legend, but he's a cult hero because he scored that goal at Old Trafford for you, man.
It's not the same.
I will call
What do
it.
you mean?
No,
How-
I
how-
get it.
I get it,
No, I agree. I agree with it.
No, I get it. I get it. I get it.
Fair,
Okay,
fair,
but
fair.
wait.
Fair.
Let's just roll it back
Yeah.
and go back to what I said. The Harry
Harry
Kane
Kane, yeah.
and Origi.
Yeah, Kane would swap his career. Yeah,
I don't want to hear you lot talk about goals ever again. Big man thing. I
This is
can't,
the consistency
because
spot I like.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
you can't talk about
I don't
goals
think
to
you
me
would.
then.
I don't think you would.
You can talk about
I don't
goals
think you
when you're becoming
How
a
many
legend.
I don't
Like,
think you would.
But that doesn't make the, okay. No, but all right. So
I don't think it would.
here's a rebuttal for your point. You're talking about it through the eyes of the player. He doesn't class it. The player doesn't class themselves as the legend. It's the fans and everyone
But
else
this is
around.
where we started, though.
But so you
Same-
can't.
Seamus
No.
Coleman said that.
You can't talk about swapping Harry Kane's goals for
Got
Origi.
away with that. Cool.
But in 20 years' time, will Liverpool
Yeah, I
fans
said
be
his
talking
name.
about Origi in 20, 25 years' time?
they'll talk about the
Huh?
Champions League goal.
What do you say?
Will they be talking about Origi in 25
Yeah, they
years'
will.
time?
Yes, they
100%.
will. Yes, they will.
100%.
Yes,
Bro,
they
that Champions
will.
League
No,
Yes, they will.
No, but I say they'll be talking about the moment, not he
Yeah,
was
they
a
look
great
like him.
player.
They look like the
Doesn't
player.
matter.
They
They
talk
will
about
be
the
talking
moment,
about
bro.
him.
But
No,
that's the thing. It's
they
like
will be talking
it's
about
like,
Origi's
um,
time at
let's
Liverpool
look at us.
and all
Let's
the
do
goals
put-
that he
they'll talk
scored
about
in
Harry
Blackburn.
Kane more.
Twice a year, we still see Michael Thomas's goal.
no, but that's what I'm saying. But he's not a legend. He's not an Arsenal legend.
Celebration.
But he's not an Arsenal legend though. He's just got that one moment that we all remember from '89.
Cult hero.
That's the same thing. He's a cult hero, but he's not an Arsenal legend. He's not an
Michael
Arsenal
Thomas,
legend.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
a cult hero.
It's just because he got that one moment, that one goal.
He's remembered more for his time at
We'll
Liverpool.
still invite
Can
him
you,
back to Emirates to
can you
talk
remember
about
another goal that he scored? I can't.
All I'm saying is those careers are getting swapped, innit?
But that doesn't matter.
That's a
Whether
fact.
they swap it or not.
So all those
Tottenham
goals,
fans are still going to
Yeah.
look
But
at
all
Harry
those
Kane as a
goals-
legend.
No, but all those goals, that means all those goals that Kane scored meant nothing.
It doesn't. Not
No,
if you
it
have
don't.
if you have a statue outside the stadium. How does that mean nothing? You're there in stone,
Bruv, I know
for the,
who
for
my-
the,
I
for
know
the rest
who-
of the days.
Listen, I
in
know who-
100 years' time, Arsenal
I
fans are still
know,
going to carry
I
you.
know who my legends are. I know what statues outside my stadium.
Yeah.
I know who they are. They're gonna have Harry Kane, the guy that won nothing, bought them nothing. So allow it. It's the
So we had this convo.
loser
yeah?
mentality club.
So we
innit?
had this convo. I was getting ready to come and have this conversation with you, lot, yeah. Then I heard a podcast, Thierry Henry on it.
Oh,
Which
it
one?
was amazing.
The BBC
I
one.
I
Which
listened
one?
to
It's
it.
on BBC.
Was it the rest
The
is football?
Paramount.
Oh, no,
The rest
it's
is
not-
rest is
yeah,
football.
yeah,
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 with
yeah,
Lineker
He
and that.
just set my whole argument
Because what what he said
flames.
about Shearer.
Come on.
What do you say?
100%. I listened to it. It was amazing. It was
Can you direct
fantastic.
it
Go on, John.
T as well?
Tell him.
Go on.
Tell him.
I watched that yesterday
It
as
was
well.
wicked.
I'm not gonna lie. If I wasn't AMAC, I would not even bring this up. But I started laughing because I was like, "You punk." Anyway, so it's a fantastic pod, by the way. Go listen to it. Henri talks a bit too much, but that's his style. And he also said something about Messi, which I think is important. But anyway, so he basically said that before he finished playing, whilst he was playing, everything was trophies. If you don't win a trophy, if you don't win the game, if you're not a winner, it doesn't mean anything. So he had the same view that T and I and I think you agreed with us on the Harry Kane thing as well, innit? About moving to achieve stuff.
Yeah.
So we had the same view. So he said he used to look at Alan Shearer and be like, "What are you doing? Like you're the best of the best. You're the king scorer. Go to Man U and win something. Go there and maybe you clap a treble." Do you know what I mean? So he said after he finished, then you know when he came back from MLS and scored that goal against Leeds. I was there, by the way. He said that day he was a fan. He didn't feel like a player who played for Arsenal. He's like, I've come back and I've scored a goal for the team that I support in our stadium. He said if he didn't stop running, he would have cried.
It's a different
So
feeling.
he said at that
Different
moment,
feeling.
he got it. He said, yeah, Shearer, I get it. Because no trophy can replace playing in front of your people. Like, this is your people, this is your hometown club. I mean, I don't agree with him, but it's Henri. Like, who am I to whatever? So he said that that's when it really hit him. And he said the game was kicked off at 7:45, yeah? So after he scored, he said 1:45 a.m. he was still in the dressing room. Man come to him and say, bro, I want to go home.
In his socks. Yeah. I said,
I want to look at the stadium. Can you go away? And he said he's just sitting there thinking, no, I've just scored at Emirates. Like I've scored there so many times.
I've got a rebuttal for that.
But they think that he's won World Cups and stuff like that. And he's sitting in the change room like it's his first game he's ever played.
He said, I won the World Cup when I was 20. That spun me as well. I was like, what? But anyway.
I'm here. Listen, he's the guy.
Yeah, he's the king.
GOAT
Yeah.
for me. Yeah. But he's talking. Remember, this is kind of like
talking from a place of privilege almost.
Retirement.
Yeah. He's done it. He's
done it.
Yeah. If he hadn't, would he be talking like that?
He gets it.
Yeah.
He gets it. He understands it, innit? And at the same to even point out about the Shearer thing, Shearer's also had a premiership title.
Yes, yeah, he's won somewhere else.
So to go to Newcastle now and play for your team and
it's true.
It's a different kind of thing. Yeah, if you win something, that's great. But if I don't, I've won something anyway. Harry Kane don't fall into that category. But that's why he's left.
Tottenham fans
that's why
still
he's
call
left.
him a legend.
But that's why he's left.
As Isaac said, the whole legend thing is about the fans, isn't it? The moments that Kane has brought the fans over those however many years will make him a legend in their eyes. Like I get the point you're saying. If you win something, it enhances your ability to become a legend at a certain club. I get that, but just because you haven't, I think the impact you have on the fans is more important.
Does stature of the club matter as well?
No, not at all. Because every club down to grassroots has got a legend. We've got a legend.
Coleman's talking rubbish. That's what you're saying. You're saying Coleman is talking rubbish.
I don't think he's talking about, but I think if you ask fans, they would have a different opinion to him. Everton fans, they would have a different opinion to him. But I understand what he's saying.
Because if Harry Kane was at Forest, let's say, and he was doing that, like what you lot was saying about Laetitia and that.
No, but Forest have won Champions League, bro.
No, okay, forget that. I'm just saying a small club.
No, but if you talk about something like Mansfield you can have legends. They've never won it. Mansfield or Mansfield. But they've got legends. They've still got legends. They ain't won nothing.
Tottenham was supposed to win something.
Nah. Who's the Swansea dude that was on Soccer AM every other week?
Ashley Williams.
No.
Lee Trundle.
Lee Trundle. Oh, he's a legend.
He's a legend. He'll be classed as a legend.
He's a legend.
What did he win?
There you go.
Trundle's a
legend.
legend.
No, but to be fair, I think he won playoffs. He won playoffs, so he did win playoffs. Yeah, playoffs.
Didn't he take them up or something?
He won playoffs. Yeah, he won playoffs. Yeah, he won playoffs. He won at Wembley still.
What league was he in when he was at League One?
League One.
Yeah. He brought them up.
What he was doing?
Yeah.
That was doing
FIFA.
That was doing
He was a
He has to
baller.
be a legend.
And you know, Stephen Gerrard always used to say, Lee Trundle, when they were young, madness.
And you know what's mad as well? You see Lee Trundle? He was never in shape, bro.
No, he was always a bit big,
He just waddled around the pitch.
Yeah.
Brack him up, bro.
Lee Trundle is the truth.
No, it's absolutely crazy.
Balling out.
Listen, all I'm saying is I agree with James Coleman. I appreciate his ambition. He understands. He's in the game to win.
I don't agree with him. And no, I think he's only saying that because he plays for Everton now. I don't think he's actually going to come out and say, oh, you know what, yeah, I'm a legend.
He could have left,
I think he's saying that now, but I think in a few years, once he's left Everton and retired, then he may feel a bit different. But he's not going to come and say now, yeah, I'm a legend.
That is true. You can't really ask someone, are you a legend? And they go,
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Especially why he's still playing.
I think he's because he's the longest serving Premiership player. There was like a list at the Premiership.
They didn't buy from Wigan.
Of all the
no, they went from like Shamrock Rovers or something, innit? For like 500,000. Or like,
he was probably giving his
honest opinion.
He was giving his honest opinion on what he probably thinks is a legend anyway.
Do you also think it's because, as we've talked about many times, Everton are in probably a bit of a dark period. So he probably thinks it's not a good time to now be a kind of legend.
Not only that, but think about it like this as well, yeah. He's probably thinking about the Everton legends and saying, I can't put myself
Who are they?
Is Andy Gray one of them? Yeah, Andy Gray. 60 bags.
Yeah, one of the best signings.
Andy Gray, just off of the dome, Andy Gray. Probably like a Duncan Ferguson is definitely Everton legend.
Did he win anything? Did Big Dunk win anything?
I don't know.
He won the FA Cup, bro.
Did they?
In 95. I'm sure he was there in 95.
Oh, Dunk.
See, so you can't.
The year before United beat us.
Yeah, 95.
See,
when they beat United in the final?
Yeah, it was 1-0, wasn't it?
Yeah,
when you start looking at the club legends, and then you ain't really done much. You've been there for a long time, but you ain't done much. It's like,
Peter Reid. Sorry, Peter Reid.
Peter Reid.
Yeah, Peter Reid.
Biggest.
Gary Lineker.
If the fans give it to you,
Dixie Dean.
If the fans give it to you, the fans give it to you, innit? But I think when you look at
FA Cup 83, Andy Gray won FA Cup 83-84.
Didn't they share it? Didn't they share it that year?
He won the league with Everton.
Who?
Andy Gray.
No, I know Andy Gray won. I was talking about Dunk.
You talk about them man that was.
He won the Cup Winners' Cup with Everton.
Is Seamus Coleman a legend, bro? Ask them man from back in them days.
It's true.
Their team win
This
things.
man won the Cup Winners' Cup. He won the league and the Cup Winners' Cup for the same year, and then the year before that they won the FA Cup.
That's why I'm saying. I'm sorry.
He's on stuff still.
But whoever the Tottenham legends are, when they was winning stuff, go back to those guys that were watching them and then say Harry Kane. Harry Kane. Is he one of your like legends?
Jonathan Woodgate.
Can't put them together, man. Sometimes you just gotta.
Tottenham shouldn't even have any legends.
Is Gareth Bale a legend for Tottenham?
At Real Madrid, yeah.
And for Tottenham?
No.
Nah.
He just did both of them, innit?
I don't know if he's a Madrid legend.
Excuse me? What, the goals in the finals?
But they're moments, though, innit? That's what I'm saying. It's their moments.
Wait.
Four Champions League, wasn't it?
4 Champions Leagues, and he played for a lot of his time.
But you got to think the whole squad has got 3 Champions. So what is every single player in that squad that done 3 Champions League?
We didn't say legends? That. We didn't say that. You lot keep on doing that, and it's not going to work.
No, but a large proportion of that squad will be legends. They won 3 Champions Leagues in 5 years. That's something stupid.
So does that make them all of them then?
Because they did something no one else has done there.
That squad will probably go down as a legend.
I'll be honest,
all of them.
Well, wait, no.
It's because
maybe but you see,
at Real Madrid
that played the integral part. I would say,
and the funny thing is, at Real Madrid within the Champions League is kind of normal.
Yeah.
So that doesn't even give you legend status there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You got to do something mad like them lot did. Was it 4 in 5 years? Or 3 in 5?
Like
4 and 5.
So that crux of that.
So the nucleus of that,
I would say
Cruz,
definitely.
Modric. There's about 5 or 6 men that are going to be. There are certified legends. Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Can't take them titles away from them.
But I just think all the fans see him as a Real Madrid legend.
I think so. When it's all said and done, what can they?
I think when they get over how it ended, they will, because it's spicy there.
Yeah.
The whole golf thing is Zidane hung him out to dry a bit. That was all a bit. You can't be paying someone that much. It's a bit like Jadon Sancho thing. I keep saying, you see when you pay someone a certain amount of money, bruv, you got to handle them a certain way. Otherwise, they're going to be like, you know what? No problem. That's why I get paid all this money, because you gotta talk to me nice.
Yeah,
I'll see you on the golf course, and I'll take another 600k this week. Cheers. Anyway, looking ahead, the Prem is back. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Some big games this weekend. Somehow, just by the luck of things, Liverpool are playing at lunchtime again.
But you have to. He has got a point.
At least they got an easy one, though.
He's got a point.
He's got an easy one. It's just all right.
It's a Merseyside derby. What are you talking about?
Easy one.
Nah, man.
When's the last time Everton have beaten Liverpool at Anfield once in the last 25 years or something like that?
Ain't they on a run now?
Easy.
Sean Dyche is probably
They
going
won
to be
1 game.
Easy.
Yeah, something like
Sean
that.
Dyche is probably going to have them on some military training, sacking them up for this game, bro.
If you want any game at that time, it's the one you want.
So yeah, there's gonna be some interesting games. Man City, Brighton. Looking forward to that. That's gonna be Brighton will either turn up and cause a shock, or they capitulate. And City will finish them.
Is that 3 o'clock?
Yeah, it's a 3 o'clock game.
Oh, guess who scored the winner for Holland?
And that.
Hey! Against who?
Greece.
It's all right. We'll edit that out.
What other games? Nottingham Forest, Luton.
So is Man City at 3 o'clock? Man City?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 3 o'clock game.
And then your game's at 5:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So do you want to do some predictions?
Chelsea, Arsenal, Bournemouth, Wolves already a bit of a relegation 6-pointer this November. Well, we're in October actually. And then Manchester United away to Sheffield United. It's a sign of the times when I'm looking at that game like, that could be a slippery one for United. All right, so let's do some predictions. Merseyside derby.
3-0.
3-0. Easy.
3-0.
Easy. Easy.
I'm gonna go.
Easy.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool.
3-1. We concede.
I think you lot concede.
Nah, man.
I think they concede.
I'm gonna go with 1-1.
Actually, I might go 4. I might go 4-0. I might go 4-0 actually. He's going 3-0. I'm going 4.
I'm going 1-1.
It's a bit mad. We've not seen any injury lists or anything come out of. But yeah, you lot should win. But I don't know. It's a derby. Just you know.
You never know.
Manchester City, Brighton. Just depends which Brighton turns up.
Is Rodri still up?
No,
He's back. He's back.
Oh yeah, all right. 3-1 Man City.
2-1 Man City.
3-2 City. I'm gonna go 3-2.
Did they lose every game that he was away?
They won the Champions League game.
No, but the 3 games he missed, I'm talking about. He didn't miss that one. He played.
Yeah,
he played that. So they
yeah,
missed the
did,
2.
sorry.
They lost the 2 in the league,
gets
and
the
he missed the Carabao Cup one as well, which they lost to Newcastle. They lost all 3 games that he missed.
So, what did you say?
I said 3-2 Man City.
I said 3-1.
Yeah.
I'll say 2-2.
2-1.
I'll say 2-0.
It's going to be a good
It's gonna be a
good
really
weekend
City.
for Arsenal.
Chelsea, Arsenal.
2-0 Chelsea.
I don't know about this. I don't know
I'm
about
about to
this.
say something.
3-1 Arsenal.
4-1.
3-1 Arsenal.
I think
4-1
1-0. I think 1-0 Arsenal.
Chelsea
Yeah,
should
I'm
go
thinking
4-1
2-1 Arsenal.
4-1 Arsenal.
If Chelsea beat Arsenal, hey,
Active.
Sheffield United, Manchester United.
Supposed to laugh after that.
2-1.
Yeah, 2-1 United.
Manchester.
Yeah. United.
Yeah,
2-1
win
United.
2-1 Sheffield United.
that. Nah, 2-0 United.
I see it being.
I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
Desmond.
Huh?
Desmond.
1-1. 1-1. But I can see them doing a 98th minute.
You'd be
winner.
rubbish at football
Bloody-
predictor, bro. Just spread out
Watch,
random
we'll see.
scores.
Yeah.
Watch. That's how he feels.
Villa, West Ham.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a good
good
game.
game.
Yeah, that's a good game.
That's a Sunday game,
Yeah.
4:30.
Give them 2-2.
What's that like 7th and 8th playing? Or something? Or
Yeah.
6th and 7th?
Is it
playing
at
each
Villa?
other?
I think Villa win that.
2-2.
Yeah,
High
I'm going
line.
for
Yeah.
a draw.
Could be exploited.
I think Villa
Draw.
3-1.
Antonio's gonna be running those channels, boy.
Or Prowse and Bowen.
And you know Emery doesn't change. So you're right. High lines, he doesn't care.
That is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. So Antonio's gonna cock up the
Adapt or
kilometers.
die.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to the weekend.
And what about the top of the league? You have to mention them. Are they playing Monday night?
There's no Monday night game.
Yeah, there is Monday night at the top of the league. And you haven't mentioned them.
Let me see.
Tottenham versus Fulham.
No, they can't be playing Monday because
Can't be
they've
playing
got
Monday.
Fulham. They
Friday,
got Palace
Friday,
on the
Friday.
Huh? Yeah, they're playing Monday and Friday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
wow.
do that. It's 4 days, isn't it? They're
They're
playing
playing
Monday
Monday
night.
and Friday.
Yeah, Monday night against Fulham, and then Friday night against
Palace.
Chelsea.
No,
Palace.
Palace.
And then
Yeah,
Chelsea's the week
Yeah,
after.
I'm going to that.
Who are they playing anyway?
Fulham on Monday night
Yeah, Tottenham beat
At
Fulham easy.
home.
at
Yeah.
Tottenham. Yeah.
Just quickly, did you hear about the Belgium-Sweden game getting abandoned at half-time?
No.
They say there was some
What?
shots or something.
So 2 people got killed.
I
in
heard
football
something. I didn't
shirts.
know if it was
At the game.
Did that tonight?
Don't know if it was at the game,
Oh.
but they're saying that it was abandoned at half-time because of the commotion.
Wow.
Maybe.
Jeez.
Hope they're safe. Oh.
Yeah, don't want to be hearing any of that. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. It's Tottenham, Fulham, Monday night. It's a Tottenham home win. I think Tottenham at home.
He's Madison balling out.
Yeah, Jimenez is there collecting his money and doing nothing.
Son got a couple extra days to get back.
Yeah, you're right. Then they play Crystal Palace on the Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, this fixture schedule squad.
I'm going to go for a 2-0 Tottenham home win.
2-1.
You think they concede? He's going to score for Fulham, bro.
William.
Adama Traore.
That's the top bins. All right. Well, thanks, guys. That was a good one this week. We'll be back next week. Please like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Thank you.